All right, guys. So some exciting news for the Maximum Driftcast team.
Uh-oh.
Which would be made up of Sam, Drift Idiot, and Alvin, Paco, Luis, what else? How do you say the whole thing?
Luis Francisco.
Francisco, Ibarra, Tofu Drift Fan, and myself, Corey Hosford, will be at Irwindale this weekend with the Maximum Driftcast booth, which we're going to be releasing brand new Maximum Driftcast decals.
Slap-ons.
6 horsepower. You might lose some friends. You might gain some friends. But probably, who knows what else is going to happen. We haven't tested them yet. So,
I think the dyno will give us the latest, the end results. Yep. Depending on how many you put in a car.
Yep.
How many you put in your car so far, Sam?
0.
Good.
Also, we're going to have special appearances in our booth with Matt Field doing live Q&A and autographs. We're going to have Alec Honadell with a Q&A and autographs. We're going to have Forsberg with TNA.
Chris Forsberg is going to be doing hand modeling.
No, he's going to be doing TNA with autographs. So make sure you guys come check us out in Irwindale. If you're there, come say hi, come hang out. And
what's TNA? Is that tattoos and answers?
And arm wrestling.
Tattoos and arm wrestling, yep. If you beat Chris Forsberg at arm wrestling, you can have his car. You heard it here first.
And we'll give you a sticker.
Beautiful.
We'll only give you one if you beat him.
Yep.
If he beats you, you give us $5, and then we'll give you a sticker.
Perfect.
Why are you handing these out now?
Just so you want to play with them during the podcast.
Cool. Thanks.
So, Paco, you had a story, and then I had a story. Share with our fans the story.
Well, this weekend, we were at Formula Drift Phoenix Pro 2.
Phoenix? Where's that? Is that somewhere in Georgia?
It's Phoenix, Georgia. Yes. Phoenix.
Like a fox?
It's like a female fox. Like a vixen phoenix something.
Are you a furry, Paco?
I thought it was supposed to be like a secret identity kind of thing.
So you are a furry?
Probably.
Cool. Moving on.
Okay. So we're at Pro-Am, Pro 2, Southwest Drift Pro-Am, Formula Drift Pro 2 finals in Phoenix.
Phoenix, yeah.
Phoenix, yeah. And one of our friends from Formula Drift Pro 2, who also happens to drive an E30 BMW, just like Corey's, also known as Donovan Rockwell. I'll be back to that. He played a little stunt on us.
He played a stunt on you?
No, on us.
Like what? He lit a hula hoop on fire and then rode a unicycle through it, or what?
He iced us.
What?
While we were on the track.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, it sounds like you should have drank him at the track then.
Well, unfortunately, we were working and we weren't allowed to be drinking while on the work.
What do you mean? You can't drink while you're working?
I mean, we probably could. We probably did. I'm not denying it.
Tell me about this ice situation so I can determine if it's valid.
Corey made a post about both their cars because they parked together and...
Well, he kindly enough to roll over and visit us after his qualifying run. Is parked right in the booth. And we had the 2 E30s parked next to each other and just came out and hang out with us for a little bit.
Yep.
And so I took a really nice sunset / oversaturated light picture of the 2 cars together. And I said something along the lines of, here we are hanging out, too bad we drank all the Smirnoff ices. And as like a joke, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And then go ahead, Paco, jump in your story.
So next morning we show up on Saturday and there they are. There's a beautiful breakfast surprise of Smirnoff Ice for all of us.
Okay, hold on, Paco. When Paco said, surprise, there they are. So basically, I had to get there early enough to go wash my car and put it back in our booth. Mm-hmm. Well, and as I went to the car to open the door, it was actually seatbelted in the driver's seat.
All right, so it sounds like you...
Yeah, mine was in my seat as well.
It sounds like you 2 got iced.
Well, I mean, there was 3 of them. So we are assuming that one of them was for you.
I just want to make it clear that you 2 got iced by this guy, and you guys just iced me right now.
Well, then...
I just wanted to say that I have nothing to do with that, and I would even deny this ice, except for, I just really enjoyed drinking Smirnoff Ice.
Is this the Iceman?
Can we do this?
I guess. Count it off. Free cat.
Okay, and...
He's licking himself. That's 1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on here?
Well, I like to savor mine because it's delicious, and I really want it easy, Paco.
Oh my God!
We're looking for sponsors. Remember to...
Well, I mean, Smirnoff is getting a lot of publicity right now, so that's fun for them.
Should I send a Snapchat of what the toilet looks like after I'm wearing?
Thanks, Donovan.
Donovan
Rockwell,
a.k.a. Red Baron Racing.
the Red Baron Racing.
Your tofu van, he's Donovan, and Corey's hot dog van.
Yeah.
So, okay, now I'll jump into my story.
Yep.
All right.
So, with Pro 2 Phoenix in town, a lot of our friends are in town that are in the industry. One of them being Nick Swan.
Is Nick the Swan Diver?
Nick to Jimmy Johnson.
The Majestic.
The Majestic Swan. And so after the event, we were discussing, he's like, hey, man, let's go check out the town. Let's go grab some food. So, of course, if you guys follow Crop Dustin, a.k.a. Jensen Argyle III, he goes to this burger spot called Rehab Burger all the time.
See, I thought that he got married, had kids, and died. He's still kicking?
Yeah, he's around. So anyways, I get the invite from the Swaninator, and we go out and hang out, have some burgers for about an hour, and then Jared Diena had a surprise hangout at his house.
Ooh.
So we got a group text from Jared saying, hey, everybody's over here, come hang out. So we finished the burgers, and Nick was carpooling with Dustin, and Dustin was driving what we call Mac and Cheese, which is a Super Duty headquarters, super duper built, lifted, Big Daddy Jeep with 34s or something on it.
That's not his car, right? His Baby Huey still exists?
Yeah, Baby Huey still exists, so he's been driving this Mac and Cheese Jeep.
Sure.
Which
so
looks sort of like that mac and cheese.
So I'm following Mac and Cheese in the Magnum and the E30, and we're pulling on the freeway, and Dustin was leading, and I was in second place behind Dustin. Well, as we made a turn, I saw this Ford Equinox peel out around the corner like it was chasing me and Dustin, and I'm like, what the f*** is this guy doing? He comes flying up on our bumper. Well, it's on merging to the freeway, so it goes from 2-lane to 1-lane, and as it gets to the 2 to 1, I'm merging over. I'm the last car to merge over, and Dustin's already merged, right? This van drops 2 tires in the dirt, passes me, right? Passes me, and it tries to pass Dustin, and Dustin just holds its position screw this guy. I'm not going to let this fucker fly by me.
Yep.
The dude bounces off the tires of the Jeep, and I'm sitting this, and all I hear was, and I was like, holy shit.
So this car now has tire marks down its entire side, probably?
So the guy cuts in front of Dustin, slams on Paco,
burping into the mic.
slams on the microphone, slams on the brakes, and checks Dustin over on the side of the road. And Dustin's like, holy fuck, okay. And me being a third car in line, I'm like, do I run or do I wait?
Yeah.
I waited, so I pulled over with them to see what was going on. Well, sure enough, Dustin jumps out of the Jeep, runs up to the guy, and is like, what are you thinking? And the guy has the phone, and he's just like, I'm already on the phone with the police. Hold on. So Dustin's like, oh, fucking all right, okay.
Yeah.
So me and Dustin run through the scenario of exactly what happened, and the cops show up. Well, cop walks over to me, asks what happened, walked over to Dustin, asked what happened. And as they're talking, I look at the van, and it looks like the dude just came out of a NASCAR race with tire swirls down the whole side of his car. So we're sitting there hanging out, and the dude ends up fumbling papers in his glove box and standing up, and then falls against the car. And we're like, holy shit, what is this? Is this this dude might be lit up. And then he opens the trunk of it was a Ford
I think you already said Equinox.
Equinox, right? He opens the hatch and he grabs some water. He starts chugging water real fast, and he sits down. And as he throws the water bottle in the back of the car, he fumbles down, gets back up.
The cop watching all this, hopefully?
Oh yeah. And so Nick and Dustin are like, dude, we're just gonna tell the cops we think this dude's jacked up.
Yeah.
Well, sure enough, cop comes over and we're like, hey, just heads up, man. This dude's fucking all over the place. I think he's lit up. And the cop's like, don't worry, boys. I'm already on it. Why don't you guys get on your way, and I'll sit here and hang out with this guy. So we end up taking off, and the dude has Talladega racing stripes down the
And you didn't
side.
even get a statement from you guys? On...
No, but Dustin just got a police report, no ticket, no fines, no nothing, and sent us on our way.
Yeah, well, that's fun.
That's interesting, man. It's a surprise. When you said the tires were going... I just pictured the whole thing.
It was awesome.
How loud those things are on the paving. They're just amplified by the band.
Yeah, that sucks. It's good though that he was hammered, because if he was sober, then the cop would have to decide who was right and who was wrong. And if he wanted to be a dickhead, you guys are in modified vehicles and silliness, that's why you should have a dash cam.
Hey, also just a heads up, I think I beat you guys in the ice off.
Yeah, you did.
A big time. Like, you chugged that like a champ.
Again, I didn't actually get officially iced. I was just enjoying a nice Smirnoff Ice to myself.
Well,
Paco was nursing that thing like it was a freaking fresh bottle of.
I do have a gag reflex, Corey. I don't know about you.
Well, when it comes to drinking, I don't think anything matters.
You rarely drink.
Nope, but when I do, when I have to, I need to. So
Yeah, Paco's gag reflex is real bad. I know from experience. What?
I guess welcome to Maximum Driftcast,
the only drift podcast where Paco has a gag reflex,
thanks,
unless
Corey.
it's an alcoholic
And Corey
beverage.
doesn't have gag reflex.
Nope, I'll
He's
drink that whole thing in
trained.
3 seconds.
Yep, I've seen.
I'm glad we broke the ice. Paco has a gag reflex, guys. So
FYI, if you're trying to stick stuff in Paco's mouth, he might not like it.
yep. So give it a shot.
I might put on a fight.
At Irwindale, that'll be one of the booth games we have is stick stuff in Paco's mouth.
and see what you win.
Yep. One game, though, that we are going to have, I believe, is we're going to have a raffle throughout the weekend, right?
Yep.
And the raffle is going to be, we're going to hand out tickets throughout the weekend, and we're going to hold the raffle sometime on Saturday, probably. And the game is going to be, or the prize will be, grab something out of Paco's backpack. So what I'm going to be doing is giving away Paco's belongings.
I hope they don't grab my passport.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not really, it's more of a green card, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a temporary work visa, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's attached to my passport.
Okay, well, that's going to be one of the things up for grabs this weekend
What
and
else?
more.
Paco will probably have some shirts,
Trapper
some hats,
Keeper.
Trapper Keepers.
Hey, no, my Trapper Keeper is my most precious, valuable
He's got like
possession.
3 different broken Android phones. What else do you have?
I have
Probably playing cards.
2 left sneakers. My magic cards.
Oh, no.
Dude, should I be doing magic tricks?
Nope.
Oh God.
Yeah, probably, actually.
God.
All right, so there'll be
Oh my God.
there'll be music, there'll be magic, there'll be romance.
I've watched Pico.
I watched Pico the guy
I watched
over here.
Pico de Gallo Ibarra.
Paco the guy.
I watched Paco take magic cards to a bar once and try to woo women with magic cards.
I mean, I'm sure it went well.
It
Right?
worked great. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Paco made the chick disappear super fast.
Oh!
hey. Booyaka.
That's pretty good.
Wow. By the way, real quick, just quick correction. I said Donovan Rockwell. No, it's Donovan Brockway.
Oh,
Brock-
Paco.
What's it called? Just record the whole episode over from scratch.
Brockway, not Rockwell. I was thinking
Rockwell's a cool last name.
I was thinking
though.
of Sam Rockwell.
What about Brockwell?
This Brockwell, Donovan Brockwell from Red Baron Racing.
Dirk Brockham.
That's
Dirk Hammer.
It's actually a driver's Dirk.
Hey,
Dirk,
Sam.
Dirk Stratton.
Hey.
Let me ask you a question, Sam. If you can
Yeah.
change your name from anything to Sam Nelvin, anything but that, and you had to pick a racer name, what would your racer name be?
It would be.
Starts with Chris.
Could
and-
be Splint Hammerfist, maybe.
What would you race?
Oscar Mayer Wienermeyer Truck Invitational.
That's good.
That's a good
All
one.
right, Paco, what about you?
Does it have to be like an actual name, or could it be like more like a nickname?
Whatever. your
No,
name is.
you have to have a real name, but then you can have a nickname to
Yeah.
that real name. So
Because you know, like how those candies, hot tamales, is
Yep.
like a racing something candy. Like it's kind of like popular in racing.
no, you need
isn't
a
it?
real name. You need a real name, but your middle name could be Hot Tamale.
Yeah, the hot tamale. I would say, Racer Speed.
Paco's already
So
got a
original.
racer nickname too, and that's the
So
Firecracker.
original.
If you remember.
Firecracker.
Yeah, Paco the Firecracker.
What-
'cause
I
you
thought it
got-
was a flaming kebab.
No, because you got a little string hanging out of you. You had the
Oh
Firecracker.
yeah, you had the tampon hanging out in the.
Yeah.
But what would your racer name? What would you call yourself?
Racer Speed.
That's not even a Paco.
Dang it!
Sam, what was yours again? Something Rockfist?
It was Splint, Splint Rockham or Beefham. It was maybe, I don't know.
I guess I'll be something like Stone
No, you're just copying me now.
Fastwood.
Stone Fastwood, sure.
Yes.
Mine would be Dick Boner.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was so good.
I mean, his friends call him Richard. But
Yep. Hey guys, Dick Boner. And what I would race if Dick Boner had a race in a series, he would probably run either Spec Miata, or he would run the pure stock dirt oval race cars.
I was thinking that maybe he would do
Midget.
overweight adult.
Sumo wrestling.
No, I was gonna say overweight adult go-karts.
No, I would do. I could run in the senior class. I'd run like a senior sportsman. What would be good? A senior sportsman.
I'd say overweight senior 75cc motorcycle.
There you go.
Or I'd run those pocket bikes.
Yeah, pocket bike trick comp.
I would do bump cars.
Bum cars?
Bumper cars.
Bumper
cars.
Bump car.
You're going back to elementary there, Paco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my favorite series. Everybody's a winner, right?
I guess.
I guess.
I never raced those.
What would you race, Sam?
I already told you. I told you Oscar Mayer Wienermeyer.
Oh, that's right. Yes. National.
Hot Pocket Jam.
Yes. Perfect.
Yep.
Well, you guys want to talk some drifting?
Nope.
Yeah, because you weren't even here.
Yeah.
Where were you, Sam?
I was at a Viking funeral.
Like your funeral?
No, it was for my dad. It's pretty sad.
Oh,
It's fucked up, Paco.
I didn't know your dad was a Viking.
Yeah, he passed in battle. I would like to say he went to Valhalla, but we put him on a rowboat and filled it with twigs, and
Twig Newtons.
Yeah.
Was that Kingstone? Was that brand of the barbecue lighter fluid?
But he sent him out there
No,
with Kingstone
Paco,
charcoal and Keystone
I
Light.
didn't do that. No, so then I kicked the boat off the jetty, and I took the bow and arrow, and I got the fire on it, and then I knocked and pulled and released. And the first one didn't even hit, so that was pretty sad because everyone's already crying at this point.
Right. So they want to get it over. You're trying to speed up to get over.
And then the boat floats away. It keeps floating further away. I'm just loosing arrows at it, and I actually didn't hit it, but I did. I did hit a seagull.
But also, my favorite part about your that funeral, the Viking funeral, was you had a live band there. You had that band Soul Asylum playing Runaway Train on repeat.
No, actually, we couldn't get them, but we got the Mighty Bosstones.
Oh, yeah, and I'm
just loosing
so
arrows.
Sad, man.
I'm just loosing arrows, and they're just splashing all around the boat.
What song was that Mighty Bosstones song?
Knock on wood.
I don't want to knock on wood. Wish I could.
Yep.
Then knock on wood.
Yeah, which is almost ironic because I couldn't hit this wooden boat, this funeral boat with an arrow. So
that's cool.
That sounds so sad.
Yeah,
man.
it was a real bummer.
Wow.
I'm glad you guys had fun at Pro 2. What happened there?
Well, first there was Pro-Am, and Pro-Am was pretty badass actually. We had
Good on the roster. Name every guy.
our two local Arizona Warriors, also Super Doof Warriors.
Herman Merman and
Stinky Pinky.
and Chelsea.
Yeah,
Do call me a girl.
Those two, yep. No, Austin Kriegel and Andrew Schulte. They both went out on top 16, sadly.
Sounds like Arizona drivers aren't too good, huh, Paco?
Well, Andrew actually finished third on the last round in Tucson.
Oh, okay.
So he's actually pretty good. And Austin is his first time qualifying. He's been having trouble with the car, but he qualified 7th, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
How many cars qualified total, though?
7.
12.
12. 12 cars qualified.
So 7th out of 12.
There was 4 Byrons. Unfortunately, my guys, none of them got to race that very good driver Byron.
Mm-hmm.
So they went against pretty good drivers. So it was good.
So which did any of our Arizona guys get their Pro 2 license?
Nope.
Okay. Happy ending.
But our buddy
Bear
Rezowicki finished
Andrew Haley
second,
and Blake
Olson finished
the
first.
Troll Olson.
And and
What, Paco? Spit it out.
Help me.
What? You have Bear Rezowicki,
Second,
Andrew Haley,
third,
and Blake Olson. I said
Olson.
that.
Yeah. I was trying to get the places. I was giving
Dirk Bentley's.
yeah. And
Where did your business owner your partner in love, partner
Matt
in life do?
He finished 6th, but the thing was he had a fuel pump problem from day one, and he runs an Aeromotive Eliminator fuel system, which the in-tank fuel pump is like very difficult to get. Nobody stocks it, so went out the day of qualifying, and he made one run the whole weekend and wasn't able to even get the car running. So he is the top 5, and 3rd to 5th place was only 3 points away from separating. So he had a really good shot, just had a bummer.
That's quite a bummer because he won first at Tucson.
Yeah, last event, going from winning to...
Which goes to show you that maybe if you just had a less advanced fuel setup, you could have found a replacement in town, or I don't know.
Well, I think when you're running that type of power, you can't afford to go any less.
But don't a lot of guys have out-of-tank fuel pumps I've seen that are just on the side in their trunk? That
some do.
Are pretty generic-ish.
The aeromotive stuff is still pretty top-notch. And some people do stock it, but...
It's not that top-notch if it makes you lose the season.
Well, when you run it for 2 years, and then you just coincidentally has to happen at the worst time.
Yeah, it happens. That's
aeromotive makes really good stuff, by the way.
Okay.
No, I mean, it happens. Like, you see failures from the biggest teams, It's just...
My SR blew up last February and knocked me out this season, too.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, same here.
Yep. Corey's motor knocked him out too. Corey was gonna get the first place of Pro 2 this year, and then
knocked me out.
His motor knocked him out, and then he hasn't been able to get it back together.
Nope.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, we have these 3 guys are going to Pro, which actually
Pro 2.
Pro 2, sorry, and Andy Hadley is going back to Pro 2 after being out of it for 1 year, right? It was a top 3 who got licenses, or
yes,
or the 4th?
Top 3, Paco.
Okay. But also the round itself was won by
Blake Olson won Pro-Am, Paco.
No, but I'm talking about like the round.
What do you mean?
The
Phoenix round.
Phoenix round.
Blake Olson won Phoenix, Paco.
We won both. Got it.
It's called the called the trifecta, Paco, you dummy.
He qualified first and he won.
Yeah.
So he had the perfect weekend.
Yeah, he's coming swinging. He's
coming swinging.
Yeah, swinging hard. He's got
Welcome to the new segment with Paco, the Pico de Gallo de Barra. He's coming and swinging.
I'm really excited to see Bear in Pro 2. I'm really excited to see Andrew back at it again.
I want to see what's Bear gonna do, because he still has a carbureted.
He's gonna run the same thing. Build it up, throw some nitrous at it. And his dad's a motor builder. I don't know if you know that or not, but his dad makes top-notch circle track engines. He was on our show a little while ago. Yeah, yep.
So his picture. Yep.
So his dad's going to throw a new engine package together for him, and he's going to run the same chassis.
So after that was a Southwest Drift Pro-Am. We had Pro 2, and Pro 2 was very, very exciting, as opposed to
first
Texas.
Standalone. It's the first standalone Pro 2 event ever, and it's at our home track in Phoenix. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty big. Like, we had a lot of people, like a lot of locals.
Yep, and a lot of people from out of the state.
Yep, and as opposed, it's quite a contrast from Texas, where I thought it was pretty bad and just hard to watch.
You could have driven better than all of them, probably.
No, not at all. But you would expect more.
But what you're saying though is that you're smarter and better looking.
Maybe better looking than half the drivers. Maybe.
Half, all right, cool.
Yeah, the other half are very good looking. I would say that.
Well, let's hope that if you're listening to this, Pro 2 drivers, that if you want to beat up Paco, do.
I didn't say who.
Rough up his face.
But anyways,
rough up his face and make him the ugliest driver.
I think everybody did a great job on this round. Everybody put up a very good fight.
Every single person?
Every single driver.
Who put up the least fight, would you say?
The least fight?
Who's the worst?
Probably Corey.
Oh, okay.
He has a path of less resistance.
I saw that everyone had a video of a car getting lit AF, fam.
Yeah, Mark Landerville.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mark Laundryman, the Landy Man.
Laundryman, he finished first.
Mm-hmm.
And
he was doing some sick Uncle Bernie's. And he also qualified or won the championship, right, for Pro 2?
Yeah. So he got first championship, and also he won Phoenix. And he did like the most insane burnout I've ever seen, because his tires literally caught on fire, and he just kept going, and he was super badass.
Did he break his car?
No, I don't think so. The car was fine. There was a very impressive crash by Matt Madrigali.
The helicopter man Madrigali, because I saw that on the Instagram when I was at my Viking funeral. I saw that the car did the old back front spinaroo.
I want to try to turn that into a GIF where he keeps spinning and then flies out like a helicopter. Yep.
And that one's also known as the famous Junado.
Okay, so think about this. I went to his pits afterwards to check out the car, and the only thing that broke, believe it or not, was a tie rod. All I had to do was throw a tie rod on it, and it was good to go. And it
Well,
went
on
out
fiberglass. But mechanically, it was a tie rod.
Yeah, his bash bar is protected. Everything else.
Yeah, so all I had to do was put a tie rod on it, and drove it the next day. No problem.
That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty.
I believe he also got. We were just looking at the final 8, which I believe all those 8 get.
But that's not final 8. That's furry porn. Put that away, Paco.
No, I'm saying
sick bastard.
This is a Formula Drift Pro 2 standings, and I believe.
Yeah, but what's that incognito window you have open?
It's gone. Sam, let's back to drifting.
Okay.
Don't get this. Oh shit! Notifications. More porn.
Yep.
Furrybeaver.com.
Yep.
So on 8th place we have Matt Madrigali, which I believe he got a license.
Yep, if he finished top 8.
Then our buddy Little Tex Nate Hamilton
finished 7th.
He finished 2nd and at the Phoenix round. So he went in the finals, and he's after one more time against Landerville, he had some mechanical failure, and he couldn't do his one more time race. So Landerville won.
And also, as a note, we were going to talk to Little Hammer tonight, but he said that he's not interested in publicity and he doesn't want to be on our show. So we're not talking to anyone.
You're not talking to anyone.
That's not true about him. He's just driving in a dead zone. We couldn't get a hold of him. So sometime soon, Little Ham.
Probably in a couple more weeks. So Nate Hamilton is back on pro. By the way, his battle against Dan Burkett, Red Dan, it was insane. It was like literally one of the most badass battles of the night. Dan Burkett and Nate Hamilton. It was pretty good, and Nate won.
Nate the Hamburger.
Yeah. So Dan ended up finishing 4th. And then
against Dan the bunk bed Burkett.
Yep. Ryan Little.
It's because he's one on top, and he's always got one on top, and he's got one on bottom.
Yep.
So there you go. Ryan Little finished 6th. Dan Burkett finished 5th.
He literally did.
And then Dirk Stratton, he finished 3rd.
Rookie of the year.
He's also Rookie of the Year.
Amateur porn star.
Sounds like.
Did you say Dirk Strap-on?
Dirk Strap-on.
Yeah.
No, what did you say?
Dirk Stratton.
Okay, so Pro 2 Porn Man of the Year, Pro 2 4th place.
Yep.
Dirk Stratton. He drives a Corvette.
Yep. Dirk Crap-on.
Pretty badass C6.
Yeah, he did really good.
Andrew Lewis 3rd. Somebody on 2nd. And
Andrew Lewis.
Somebody
Paco, what are you pointing at?
Just pointing at my beer.
Good point at it.
Yeah, what are you pointing at, Paco? He's scratching at my phone like he's a cat.
And obviously Mark Landerville.
The Laundryman.
Holy shit. So Launderville scored a 402 total.
Yeah.
Where the second position, whoever that is.
I can't read that name. My glasses aren't
272. So there's like a 130-point difference.
So the Laundryman could actually be a little bit of a challenger in Pro 1, you think?
Well, he was already in Pro 1, remember?
Yeah, but he wasn't like...
He was okay. I remember seeing him doing fairly good.
In 2013, he did really well
Yeah.
in New Jersey against Tyler McQuarrie. I think he came in as a rookie, and I think he finished 5th.
He's kind of one of those wild card drivers.
I'm curious how many guys from Pro 2 are actually going to come to Pro 1, and if any Pro 1 guys are going to stop, and like if we're going to get back up. Do you know if Corey, do they have a Pro 1 cap? Do you know?
No, because the top 32 in Pro 1 stay in Pro 1, and they bring the 8 in, which brings it to a 40-car field.
Oh. Who could this be?
Some jerk just decided to interrupt.
Let's see. You want to do the honors, Corey?
Nope, get it.
No, I don't want to. Sam.
Hey!
Hey!
Oh.
Hey!
Did I get through?
Hey.
Am I on the radio?
You're on the live on the internet radio, the future of the radio. How do you do, caller?
All right. Did I win? I'm doing great.
Oh yeah, you won. What's your
Yay.
address? What's your social? Tell me your social security
Did
number.
I get the tickets?
You got the ticket. What's your social security number?
Give us all your information so we can get you those tickets fast.
555 kiss my butt.
Oh, well, that sounds fine. That's legitimate sounding. All right, so now we just need $25 processing fee. I'll give you my PayPal, and then we'll send them right on by, okay?
And you want us to send
Yeah,
it?
that sounds good.
Do you want us to send it to 555 Kiss
I've
My
done that
Butt?
before.
Yeah.
That always works out.
I like how the show instantly went PG with 555 Kiss My Butt.
Kiss my buns. We
Yeah.
don't say
PG what?
we don't say butt on the show. Who is this? What's your name? Why do you have this number?
What show is this?
This is
Did I get the wrong one?
This is Maximum Driftcast, the only Driftcast where Paco has a gag reflex.
Oh, wrong number.
Oh, what are you looking for?
Is it? Is this that show that has, what is it, taco, hot dog, and sandwiches?
Yep.
Oh,
Did he just throw that down on us?
No, he's
Yeah.
been writing that for weeks.
Hey, how long you been scripting this
just
junkyard?
waiting.
Yeah, who is this though? So you know that we're Paco Taco Sandwiches, but what's your name and who do you hail from?
I hail from the city of Los Angeles.
Oh, Los
Polish
Angeles.
part of it. Yeah.
He must
Sun
be
Valley,
must be a
where
dirty
the sun
Mexican.
is always hot.
The Valley, cool.
Yes.
I hear that place is nice.
A lot of Mexicans. I never had an Asian friend till I grew up and got into some car stuff. It was interesting.
That's cool. I like that.
And you
Yeah.
might be
Your name?
I might be a Jefe Jones.
Jefe Jones.
Yeah.
Sí.
Oh, hola, jefe Jones.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
So,
Muy bien, muy bien.
Qué bueno. Oye,
no, Paco, don't shush me. We don't need to hear half the show in podcast in Spanish, pod Spanish. Okay, so Jefe Jone, we were just looking at the Pro 2 end of season standings, and we couldn't read the name in second place.
Yeah,
but I
who's
believe
this guy?
I believe that is you, Jefe Jones. You won second place in points for the Pro 2 championship.
Yes, I did. I did something like that.
Cool. Well, thank you. Thanks for calling in. Have a good night.
Bye.
I appreciate that, Jefe Jones.
Hey, now. Yeah, you guys,
Uh-huh.
show's kind of cool. I've heard it before.
Really?
Oh, really?
Which one?
Let me guess. He listened to only the Forsberg Forest one, and then he's tuned out.
Yep.
I think I listened to the J-Rod one, and I turned that one off.
Yeah, I would have done that too.
Which one? Number 1 or number 2?
Number drunk, I think it was.
Yeah, that was number 1.
That was the right answer.
To be fair, they both kind of, either way.
Yeah.
So I believe we
You
have.
had one with Andy Haley. That was cool.
Yeah,
I
I heard
believe.
a few of them.
That's cool,
I've
Cat.
heard we had. So cut to the chase here. I believe this is Jeff the Jonesons. Jeff Jones hails from Los Angeles, California. And before
Are
we
you
get,
talking about Mike Johnson?
yep.
Yep.
Hey, but before we get into the show, Jeff, one of my favorite stories of the Jeff Jones, and I talk about it very regularly, and I bring it up every time I see you. Can you guess?
you
Can you guess what story that is? I bring up all the time.
All the cool kids got the hopped up kicks. I don't know.
Your dancing story in Florida.
Yeah, man, we were dancing.
And what did you do to yourself?
It was a party in the parking lot.
Okay. So
What happened?
I want to tell Jeff. Do you want to tell the story, or do you want me to?
Well, all I saw was you and Matt Fields having a little dance-off.
Oh.
And I thought I would partake in this little dance-off. Man, that was like a large car show that was going on that
Yep.
I didn't even know that existed down there.
Yeah. Okay. Keep rolling. Get to the best part.
Yeah. So, the music was jamming, so I got in there and I started doing some cool little shuffle moves.
And keep in mind,
And,
during into this dance circle that Matt and I started is probably like 60 people deep watching us at this point. So we're in the middle of this dance circle, and then Jeff Jones comes in and takes over the circle and doing this shuffle move. All right, go ahead. Keep
shuffle truffle.
Keep doing the shuffle move there, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't even know what you call it at this point.
Shuffle.
Shuffle, something. Yep. Well, I basically danced right out of my shoes and possibly landed on my buttock.
I watched. Okay, so to really break it down, Jeff is dancing by himself. Okay, in this dance circle, and everybody's Jeff, and they're hyping him up, right? He's doing these shuffles and these heel clicker things. He ends up heel clicking one of his other feet and sweeps his own feet out from underneath him and lands right on his face. I'm like, I've never seen somebody trip themselves off the ground and getting airborne and lands on his face in my life.
Well, he was wearing tap shoes, and if this is a parking lot, that's not really the environment made for tap shoes.
Tap shoes are very slippery.
And also, he had those Michael Jackson stage show shoes that have the little click for the nails. That way, you could do the side sway.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that he was wearing a Jinko pants and ICP t-shirt.
Yeah,
either.
so he got stuck. He got stuck on a twig in the parking lot and fell over. As it's happened to the best of us.
That's a pretty freak accident.
So yeah, I can't afford.
I was getting down.
I can't afford real
And
tap.
all I know, Corey didn't back it up. I was waiting for Corey to come in with his moves. He wasn't down
because I couldn't keep up with that. I couldn't feel that. I actually had to roll out of that scene because I don't want the cops to be called on me for like some sort of taking you out.
Yeah, that's called getting served, Jeff Jones. You've just been served, I guess.
He served himself, but it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in history. So
Yeah. Moral of the story: tie your shoes before you start doing the what you call it, the heel click.
the shuffle dance heel clicker, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes my shoes come off, my tires come off. Things happen. I leave it loose.
So,
Things happen.
how was Pro 2 this year, babe? How was Pro 2, honey? Is it
How
fun?
was Pro 2? Pro 2 is always fun, man. It's super fun. It's part of the reason why I started doing Pro 2.
Is this your first or second year?
What's that?
Is this your first or second year of Pro 2?
This is my third year.
Third
doing
year.
Pro 2.
Oh, fuck. Have you
Yeah.
qualified to be back in Pro 1 in previous years? Or is this your first time doing that?
For Pro 1, I've been doing Pro 1 for I don't know how long I've been doing Pro 1.
Yeah, so he's been
Too
doing
many years.
both all the time.
The whole time you've been doing both?
Ever
Yeah.
since Pro 2's been around, yeah.
No shit. For some reason, I totally didn't realize.
Yeah,
Well, that's
Well,
embarrassing.
Samus, you've always got your facts kind of twisted.
Of course.
I do. I always still.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very fair right now, and it's gonna be kind of sad for maybe a lot of people out there. I always get you name wise and car wise confused with Dave Briggs.
No way.
Yeah, Jeff Jones, Dave Briggs. They're like
I
two monosyllabic names.
I can
You
see the,
both drove
the physical resemblance as
S14s.
well.
One had a gnarly
I'm not
V8.
Canadian.
Yeah, but I never even really met you guys in person. So one had a gnarly V8, one had a SR. Which one are you?
I got the V8s.
Oh,
The V8.
I like the SR one better.
Jeff Jones is the good-looking
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Dave Briggs isn't.
Oh, dude.
I make sure my hair's combed all the time.
With his little bald cue ball head.
Yeah, I got to make sure it's polished up, man. Takes a while.
I'm actually really embarrassed right now about not knowing that you're in Pro 1 this year because I've definitely seen your name a ton. I'm just sorry. I'm overloaded with work and PCP.
All right. Hey,
So-
hey, Sam, what was your favorite Jeff Jones runs of the year in Pro 1?
Jeff Jones Pro 1 run. I would say, remember the time he was against Byron Sanders?
Byron is.
No, I don't think he've actually gone against
gnarly.
Byron. I would say Jeff Jones went up against.
No, his best Byron race was the one that he lost his tire.
Oh, that was in Orlando, right?
Was it Orlando or Seattle?
Orlando, I lost a tire twice.
Yeah, everyone
And,
loses. But everyone did in Orlando because you all were running too dumb of low pressure. You guys should have taken a Chelsea Denofa
Yeah,
page.
why didn't you wear like putting glue on your tires?
It wasn't
like
glue.
everybody?
It was adhesive. It was tactical
I didn't have
adhesive.
enough.
Tactical adhesive.
I didn't have enough of that, that fancy sauce on my rims to hold my tires on.
Oh, the old rim sauce?
Yeah, I don't run the rim sauce. I needed to, apparently.
Do you know, so it's hard to come by those sauces. I've heard that you got to find someone in particular to give you a rim job.
To get the sauces?
Well, that's a whole other kind of deal.
Yeah, how many rim jobs did you have this year to keep the rim sauces on?
How many rim jobs did I do this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe I did any rim jobs.
None this year?
How about last year?
Nah. Staying away from those.
Any in the future kind of on the horizon?
Yeah, what are you gonna do for next year? Are you gonna turn it up a little bit for the jobs?
I'm planning to. We've had a good year this year. Things are going good. It's all in the right direction. So, but you never know. I might just quit.
That's good. Okay.
and then come back in a month. Might
Hey,
just retire and then come back in a week.
Damn it.
there's the joke.
I have something. I have a something for you. Can you just quit Pro 2 and just dedicate 100% on Pro?
Yeah, so why
No.
the fuck? So, but that's
Don't
a good
do
question,
that.
Paco. So you're driving the dick. You drive probably more than anyone else.
No, and actually,
in the sport.
Yeah, I was
That's pretty crazy,
I
though.
was making a joke, but towards making a very remarkable thing that Jeff Jones has been doing, because running both series at the same time, you're pretty much the driver with the most rounds.
Yeah, that's like two chicks at the same time, but crazier.
But do you know?
Yeah,
Go ahead, Jeff.
I
Sorry.
technically did 11 rounds this year
Jesus,
Yep.
so
same car.
with the same car,
How many engines?
one engine.
See, whoever says oh, do LS, you have an LS,
there's
right?
Paco's
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah, there's Paco's English accent again.
So you got all these funny guys running these little tiny motors,
Yeah, right.
and they're just like, how many squirrels can I put in there before they blow up?
Yeah, well, that's the other thing.
USA.
That's the other thing too,
USA.
Jeff, that a lot of people don't think about. It's pretty easy to run both series when you have the biggest budget in the series. So it's like you really can't blame people.
That was
for
my next
questioning.
question. Is are you some oil czar? How do you have enough funds to run both series and have 50 tires per event to run both? events?
Sammons, you're really hard to hear. I can hear the other two, but you asked me something about
yeah. Are you
running
do you come
a lot of tires?
Yeah. Do you come from drug money, or where? Why are you able to run both series? Because the joke is lost now that I have to yell it. I'm sorry.
Well, the drug money runs deep in this family.
Good.
We got a bunch of Tylenol, some Advil.
Mm-hmm.
What about
we slang those when we can.
Yeah, you have the good old aspirins on stock.
Okay, so can you hear me now? Is this an appropriate volume?
You just sound far away. I can hear you
What
though.
the fuck? Hold on.
Yeah,
Let's
I don't
talk.
think it's
Let's
picking
talk
up through
tech
the
real quick.
microphone.
We don't have it set up so they're hearing us through the mics.
They're supposedly, yeah, but I mean, maybe
I
there's
doubt it.
something wrong. So
No, all right. Paco said something up wrong. I'm sorry about Paco. So
Yeah, that's all right.
That's all right. Cool.
Thanks, Jeff.
How now the actual question behind my stupid joke that I always do and I feel real bad about it. I'm sorry, everyone. Was how are you able to run both series by being not a heavily sponsored driver, at least to the best of my knowledge?
I probably spend less money than anybody in Pro 2 and definitely anybody in Pro 1. I have some good friends, good family that try to help me out, and we budget ourselves, stay in cheap hotels. I drive across the country myself,
So taking
spend my money
advantage,
wisely.
taking advantage of your friends is the best way to save money in Pro 2?
For the most part, yeah, I got to take advantage of those bums. I got one of them living in my house right now.
As far
He's
as
from Jersey.
As far as I know, staying in cheap hotels, like even the big dogs do that. I mean, so like, when was the last time any of the
There's difference between cheap hotels and cheap hotels.
Yeah.
I've stayed at cheap hotels, and Asbo was there. It's just cheap as hell, and he's been there both 2 years consecutively. So, what's the secret?
I don't think I spent more than $100 a night on a hotel this year.
I mean,
There you go.
but I barely have either, and I'm
Neither
staying
do
in
us.
staying in the fancy Von Gittin hotels, and we always spend like $100 a night. But we're talking like, you ever heard of Holiday Inn, bro? It's pretty.
My budget is probably Von Gittin's hotel budget. I guarantee you.
Well, we do get room service 3 times a day. We all have to have individual heart-shaped jacuzzis in each of our rooms. That's
And
kind of one of
he
the-
gives you gold jewelry.
and he gives us gold jewelry each time from K's, sponsor the show.
Yeah.
Well, like the question. Yeah. So the question: if you have such a limited budget, why running both series at the same time? Why not just like trying to concentrate into one? Like, what's the thinking? Because yeah.
We were going to run just Pro 1 this year. That was the original plan. And we looked at it, and then we looked at Canada, and we did the math, and the math added up that it was cheaper to do Pro 2 than it was to go to Canada.
Just the one event
we were
in
already
Canada?
at all the Pro 2 events. So
Just that round, huh?
yeah, I mean, just going to Canada was, an extra $6,000 plus for us. So could already just do Pro 2, spend extra money on the gas, race gas, and some tires. So, luckily, Nexon came in and helped us out big on that. But that's what was the changing factor for that.
Looks like you Nexon dudes have been doing pretty good this season. Obviously, you got some good drivers in the team, but has that been a big difference for you?
The tires are awesome. The Nexon tires came in. I mean, we were planning to run the whole season on scrubs.
Jeez.
We came into Long Beach and we were just on scrubs, and I had scrubs from previous years, and I wasn't about to buy tires like a lot of the other guys that spend they just spend massive amount of money. There's so many guys in Pro 1 that run large stickers that are still spending money on tires, and I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah, because you didn't run.
We made it through and it was good.
You didn't run tire sponsor stickers for 2 rounds.
Yeah, it wasn't until I think it was after I beat Osbo where Nexon was like, "All right, you're cool."
That's funny. I just looked at. I've been going through your schedule, and where you placed each round, and yeah, just suddenly, right as you said that, I looked like, holy shit, you beat Osbo in Atlanta. What happened? I think. Did he blow a motor? I think he actually drove, right? I don't remember what happened.
Not only that, he did very good on Pro 2 in Atlanta that same round.
Yeah, got first place in Pro 2. And then Osbo, that was a trip. Osbo blew a motor, came out, called 5 minutes, lost a tire, and let me kick his butt. I secretly sabotaged everything in his car that night. They didn't know it.
Good job.
It's not
I put mayonnaise on his rims.
Damn.
Sugar in his tank.
Good job, man.
How are you going to ensure that Osbo doesn't win Irwindale?
Everyone always tells me if you're not cheating, then you're not winning. And all these years, I keep telling myself, well, damn, I'm not winning, so I got to change the game.
Might as well start cheating.
How are you cheating this season?
Change the game.
Yeah, what are you doing to cheat this year?
What am I doing?
What are you doing to cheat this year? Have you been doing much cheating and all?
What am I doing to cheat this year?
Yeah.
Yep.
So what's some cheat secrets you've been doing?
Well, I pour a lot of Doc soda in my gas tank, and then I drink a bunch of it before I go, and I get all wild out.
Are you powered by caffeine?
Yeah.
Have you
by caffeine.
Have you tried smurfing a Doc yet?
Whoa, no. Have you?
We're all doing it right now, actually. No, we all are right now, which is why our energy levels are so great.
Woo!
Yeah, I saw that Doc can on one of the shows. I was like, oh, look, the boys got some.
Yeah,
I don't know if you stole that from my pit.
No, was snorting it.
No, Paco butt chugged it and just threw it on the side of my table, so I had to sit there with it there. And yeah, they sent us out a quick little 12-packer, and we ended up crushing 3 of them that day.
Paco's all inside Paco's body the wrong way right now.
Nice.
He liked it. Don't get me wrong. I just say that maybe he's going about it the wrong way. Would you? I mean,
I'm not.
It might be.
I'm still not sold on the whole butt chugging process. Those cans have a very wide opening.
Can you send another case because he's still not sold on the process? Is what he's saying.
He chugged 12 of them.
Yeah, those bullet cans are pretty wild. I like those things.
Oh, he likes the wide opening.
I bet Paco really likes them.
Why me?
That's always a good question, Paco.
Yep.
So, are you going to keep on running Pro 2?
Am I going to keep on running Pro 2?
Yep.
No, I think next year, if everything goes well, and we can come in with a full tire sponsorship, and Doc is already planning on treating us good next year, that we're going to come kick some butt in Pro 1 and put full focus there and stop picking on the kids in Pro 2.
Why would you stop doing that?
They're getting mad at me. They keep yelling at me, all those dudes.
Well, tell them to grow the fuck up.
I tell them, you got to get through the gatekeeper, man. You can't beat me. You can't hang out in Pro 1.
Train like you fight. Go out there and beat the best. And the other thing, too, is you went out there and obviously put on a pretty good performance throughout the year and did both series, Pro 1 and Pro 2. What do you feel is the big difference, obviously, other than like the drivers between the two series? How would you compare the two in some senses?
There almost needs to be a Pro 3. It's a pretty good split.
Meaning, go ahead. Like, describe that to us. Like, what do you mean, Pro 3? Are they just, is the cars that bad? Are the drivers that bad? Is it development? What is it that makes it so bad?
The drivers are not bad. The drivers all got the skill. They just need the time, A lot of them spent the money, got the badass car. Some of them may have jumped into a badass car. Some of them just, acquired one. And I think a few of them aren't ready for some of the tracks, aren't ready for the Formula D, madness that it is. I see a lot of these dudes just not ready. We're sitting there getting ready, and we see a lot of the other guys scrambling. And that's one thing that we definitely know in Pro 1 is to be prepared. A lot of these guys, they're not as prepared for sure.
All the top 8 guys got licenses, right?
I'm sorry, what's the question?
Yeah, Paco's asking you the rules that we've already established early in the show is that, yes, the top 8 guys get licenses.
Do you think the top 8 guys, all of them are ready for Pro? Since you've been there?
I'll answer both questions. Do I think the top 8 are ready for Pro? Not necessarily. These top 8, maybe, but I feel that, well, for one, I got a license in both, so somebody's getting ruined. I think they're only going to give out 7 licenses, which I think kind of sucks. I think Formula D should just go ahead and kick one down.
Yeah,
but at the same time, you got some guys that come up and they're just not ready for it. I mean, honestly, I think if you didn't get a podium this year, and you really didn't have a good year, but you kind of squeezed through, I wouldn't move up. I'd just run Pro 2 again if I was most of those guys.
Well, you've ran it now for every year it's been around, so you definitely have gotten your time in. What do you have any preparations to do better in Pro 1? Well, how is your car going to be different?
You have preparation H?
Good one. Paco,
Preparation H.
Handle the facts. I'll handle the goofs, pal. Jesus.
It's well-rounded, man. It's the team, it's the funding, it's just being organized and ready, and being able to complete the track, is a thing.
What are you, I'm sorry that you can't hear me, unfortunately, but what?
He can hear you.
What are you doing next year to be more competitive in Pro 1?
What am I doing? Well, we'll see in the off season. Honestly, I don't do too much to the car. Like I said, budget's super low. My car is something that I've built that's, let's just say, can get me through the whole season without blowing up.
Are you going to start flexing?
So I'm going to try to, I've had a few diff issues this year and a few axle problems that put me out. Hopefully we can step that up. We still run a stock diff. We have a 350Z diff. So hopefully if budget ever gets there, we will run a quick change, or at least stronger axles if we can get them.
Well,
that's been our only problem.
Not running Pro 2 should give you that budget, right?
No, not necessarily. I mean, to put a quick change in the back of your car, you're looking at $5,000, and then if you don't have a spare, then you're just kind of hoping and praying that nothing happens to it.
The other thing, too, is winning Pro 2 pays out. What does the Pro 2 pay out for first place? Get you $1,500?
I think it was like $1,500 to $2,000.
Yeah.
I got one of those checks.
That's the thing is even winning a Pro 2 event, it's only like $2,000 or $3,000 shy of winning a Pro 1 event.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. The money is just goofy.
Yeah.
Goofy sounds very a very educated way of saying it.
So you sound kind of laid back about your whole Pro 1 prospects. Like you're not out to punch the leader in the face. You're just kind of like there to hang out.
I'm there to ruin someone's day.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I mean, just like anybody, dude. I'm a competitive person. I don't know what I would do if I wasn't competing in drifting. I'd be competing in some other type of motorsport.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living?
Well, can we can we stay on this because I think this is important. Like if we talked to like Matt Field, for example, and he's like, yeah, if I don't think I'm going to be the very best in the field in any day, I'm not going to show up. But obviously, not everyone feels like him. But you're in 27th in Pro 1 right now. Do you have any plans to better that? I mean, I'm not saying that you're not motivated enough, obviously, but you sound pretty chill. Like usually most people are like, I'm going to throw in nitrous. I'm going to go study in a Buddhist monastery all off season. Like what?
Well, you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to use my credit cards, and I'm not going to blow all my parents' money. I'm just going to be realistic and run what the sponsors give me and just work hard and do what I can. That's pretty much what we do. And that's why I've done it for this many years, and I haven't did it really hard for 2 years and then got out like a lot of guys. I've seen a lot of guys that come in real strong and good, and it's like, oh, hell yeah, they're kicking butt.
And
then
do you see yourself
I talk to them later and then find out that they're just $20,000 in the hole on a credit card, and 5 years later they're still paying it off. Like, that's not what I want to do.
Do you see yourself?
But I do want to be there and be competitive.
Yeah. Do you see yourself in like a top 10 position next year, the year after? Where are you going to be the best drifter in the world some year? What's your plan?
I've always been playing the catch-up game with a lot of these guys, but I do feel that we have been catching up recently. We've gotten a team that's starting to come together and a program that's definitely been working a lot better. So I think we can definitely look at some top 16 stuff next year. I would have been sitting in the top 16 had I went to Canada.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't taking that into consideration. I guess that kind of screws your actual standing if you went.
Yeah, I mean, figure if I went to Canada, it's a given that you're qualified. It looked like a track I could have probably done really well on. But yeah, had I done that, we'd have been sitting in the 16th, somewhere up there. So.
Yeah, I guess the only guys above you that didn't go to Canada are Alex Helbrun and Christoph's Blues. So you could pretty much say that you're in third place right now if you really count it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What do you got, Paco?
Well, got a bunch of questions.
First of all, I want to point out that Corey is drawing dicks on the back of all of our stickers. Is that going to be good to give away to kids or sell to kids at Irwindale? Corey?
I think that should be fine. Why not? Why wouldn't that be fun?
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
no,
we-
I have-
we're
I
gonna
have
say one of these for
I
you.
have 3 stickers here. One for Sam, one for Paco. I'm going to keep one so I can give it to my mom.
Okay.
Put one on your face.
Yep.
Put one on your face.
All right. Well, going back to you.
All right. Well, as a new anyways.
All right. Anyways.
Well, I didn't answer my question. One of the things that your question was, what do I do for a living? I
Yes.
teach Drift 101, which has been a big help to me this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I actually just drove down from Willow Springs right now. So, we got stunt drivers, kids that come up, road racers that, want to learn how to drift. So we got a lot of people up there, and throughout the whole year, imagine I probably taught about 100 people this year.
Is this?
So I don't always get to drive, but I get to reflect upon, what they're doing, and I'm telling them. And so it keeps it fresh in my brain. That's one thing that's been helping.
Was Drift 101? Wasn't it started by Taka or something like that?
Yeah, it was Naoki and Taka. They've been running like Drift Day here in California for forever. And so now Naoki runs Drift 101 stuff.
Nice.
And it's a pretty cool school. People come in, and it's realistically a school, not an experience. A lot of people come in from places where they took a school somewhere else, and I teach people, man. I make sure they can do some stuff when they leave.
Nice. Well,
yeah. So other than that, I've been doing concerts and stage lighting
doing
since I was like
concerts?
14 years old.
You play?
Yeah.
You play guitar?
Do I do what?
Do you play guitar mostly?
No.
Oh, okay.
I would fix your soundboard if I were there.
No,
Make
that's
it
just
work better.
No, that's just Paco. He's bad at this.
I'm not a sound
Yeah,
engineer.
damn, Paco.
Are you a sound engineer, Jeff?
I'm mostly a lighting engineer, but not a sound. But it sounds like you got a ground lift problem on your board.
Actually, no. There's something wrong. There's something
good.
wrong with Corey's phone. Is being like doing a little bit noises.
No, well, also the fact
Yeah.
that he can't hear us through the mics is an issue. But whatever.
Yeah, Paco.
Yeah, Paco.
I think he is.
Damn,
It's just
spaghetti.
Well, that's Corey. But I think Sam's voice is just way too annoying, and the console is just processing as noise, so it's just trying to.
Doesn't like it.
Yeah,
Wow,
exactly.
Paco. Well, that's a personal jab. I would never do that to you. So that's pretty fucked up.
I know, right?
It's like how someone's face can break a camera. His voice broke the mic.
Wow, you guys are real funny.
Hey,
Why don't
Jeff,
you,
I think you and Paco can get along really well. You guys
Oh,
should
yeah.
be friends forever,
why don't
okay?
you guys kiss each other?
We are already friends forever.
I hope you guys make out and then just run away together.
We will.
And there's your Pro 1 and Pro 2 career.
Why not?
But anyways,
Boom.
Okay, there you go. Paco with the butt anyways again.
there's a bunch of questions on Instagram because people loves you, Jeff.
All right.
Oh yeah. Wait till you hear these questions. So let's see. Dustin Jeanette. How many FD championships would you have with Vaughn's budget?
Man, I don't know. With Vaughn's budget, it's hard to say, man. Dude, Vaughn, I appreciate Vaughn. That guy puts in a lot of hard work. He helped me out a long time ago when we had a
it's all
nice
just
drunken
money.
argument with each other. With his, you never know. I would like to think that I'd have at least 2. With a budget like that,
You have to say that.
At least 2.
Okay.
at least 2.
There you go. Sam, you have anything good?
Yeah, I have a question. This question is from Sausage Hands 44 from the West Side.
Yep.
He wants to know, why do you always roll your sleeves up on your driving suits?
Man, I get hot, man. It's just sitting in that damn car. I'm baking, boiling,
You're bacon.
ready for action.
Are you made out of bacon?
That's not funny,
Sausage.
dude. Don't laugh.
Yeah, if Paco tells a bad joke, you don't have to laugh
Yeah,
at
you
it.
don't.
Oh, sorry, because Corey made out of spaghetti is such a primo joke, right?
We say premium in America.
Yeah,
Paco.
see, and
We don't
Jeff
end it
laughed at
in
that.
O. It's Curtis,
Beef.
bro. Says just exactly how was your budget for Pro 1 and Pro 2? Everyone says you're running the tightest ship. I know money's weird. You don't have to answer that, but if you want to, answer it.
All right. Corey, what was the full question?
Jesus fucking
Oh,
Christ!
Sam.
How the fuck? I'm standing like the same distance. God, I'm just gonna
Somebody that can speak better.
I'm just gonna
needs
shut
to
the
tell me
fuck. You
this.
guys handle this. I'm out. Later.
No, you stay there. You stay there, Sandwich.
You read it, Sam. He can't hear you.
Paco, just read it so we can get along because he can't hear Sam.
just exactly how much was your budget for Pro 1 and Pro 2? Everybody says you're running the tightest ship.
Under 25.
Under 25?
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
great. That's amazing.
Yeah. You know what's amazing?
Sam's
How
actually
many Pro
living.
1 guys just now went and vomited in their freaking
Actually,
mouth right now.
Sam is actually, he took offense on that, and he left.
I didn't take offense. I just don't give a shit.
Okay, he says he doesn't. he just doesn't give a shit. No, he's gonna get a refill.
Yeah, and you know what's messed up is I went over budget this year.
Over the 25.
Well, I went over what I predicted I would spend. I had some truck issues coming back from Jersey.
How do you even run one round, like one season with 25? Forget about both Pro 1 and Pro 2. That's unbelievable.
It's all. It can be done.
I would think like 40 at least.
Well, you look at the registration.
Well, yeah, I mean you're 10 grand in the hole just to get in there, but
Oof.
you know you have to have free tires. Obviously, you can't be paying for tires.
Yeah.
You know, race gas. I drive my own truck. Me and my buddy Mike. Mike helps me out to drive back and forth across the country. So, you know, I mean, we do it smart and just run it, dude. I mean, a lot of guys pay to be on someone else's rig, and you're basically paying for someone else's season at that point.
Yeah.
And that's why I have multiple jobs. That way I can have the time off to be able to go do some stuff. You know, and I got a wife who lets me drive across the country and not be home so much, so she's cool. You know, it helps out.
Yeah. So, do you drive your own rig?
Yeah. Me and Mike, we drive across. We usually get across the country in about 2 days.
Wow. Corey, you have anything good?
Yeah, I'm just fishing through here to see what we got. You know, the thing is, I can't believe how many people ask what your budget is, but I think that's what people kind of know you as, is the dude with the tightest ship. Let's go through. How many of you dash cover? W33 R35. What's your favorite track to run?
Well, Atlanta's just got everything to it, you know. I would say that's probably one of my favorites. Washington was a favorite for a while, but I just keep struggling there lately, so I'm taking it off the list. I'd say Atlanta is just, it's got almost everything track-wise and crowd-wise and fun. Just that track, you know, it's fast, technical, in and out of there, so I like that place. And Texas is becoming one of my funner ones. I like that track this year.
Awesome. Here's another one. 2-bit 8.5. With an unlimited budget, what would be your dream chassis and why?
Maybe a Cadillac, just because they look cool.
Like a CTS?
Yeah.
I want a CTS. I used to have a CTS coupe, and I always wanted to turn that thing into. Well, not that one, but I think that would make a pretty cool drift car.
Yeah, well, to answer the question realistically, I would love to build a MK4 Supra and run that. That's something that I would actually like to run, and I keep wanting to do that. Just, you know, budget's not there to get another car and build one. People always ask me, am I going to rebuild my car next year? And I'm like, well, I haven't had a bad wreck yet. Chassis still straight.
Oh, really?
You know?
Yeah. So we just...
Yeah, I mean... These things are expensive to build, man, and we did it with a shop that helped me out a few years ago. I think it's been like 4 years now, 5 years.
So here's a question for you. Here's another question for you. This is from Tap Dancer 69 420XX. And
what does that guy do?
He probably slangs yogurt for a living. How long have you been running this same chassis for?
What was it? 2013 is when I built it, I believe. Yeah.
But you were always in S14s, right?
No. I'm originally like an RX-7 guy, man. I love FCs, second gens. I mean, that's
well, you
one of my favorite cars.
Hold on. You also ran.
I did all my Pro-Am stuff in an FC.
And then you ran that RX-8, right? You ran that for what company?
No, I ran an S13 my first year in Formula D, and then I ran a 3-rotor FD the second year. And we just kind of did everything wrong on that. Didn't know much about suspension back then.
But didn't you run an RX-8 and XDC?
XDC, yes, did that.
That's what it was. That's what I remember you from.
Yeah, I think I did. No, I just did one round in Phoenix. That's when I went, to Firebird.
Yep, and that was super loud and annoying car.
Yeah, it was hard to stand next to. It was fun to drive, though.
Nice.
And then how come we couldn't get any one of those deals to pull through for a full season in Pro 1?
For those cars?
Well, yeah, for those cars or...
that year, what is it, Brian Wilkerson?
Yep.
He drove that DMI car in Pro 1.
That's right.
And I had met Adam and Sarah, which are a couple cool people, that let me borrow that for XDC because my FD that year had blown the engine at Irwindale. So that's why I borrowed that car to go to XDC. So it was never an intention to drive that car. So we never, really planned that. And the FD itself just didn't work out. So that's why we built the S14. I just felt that it was the most competitive car that I could afford to build.
Ah.
I see. I have a question from A Piece of Bacon. If you could have... This is a very drift-related question. So he says, if you could have a miniature pony as a guard dog, what would you name it?
That's a tough one, man. A miniature pony?
Yep. As a guard dog.
Well, I recently got another dog a few years ago, and I wanted to name him Schnauzer. Just so I can go outside and yell at him. Schnauzer! Come here!
Sig Heil!
Whoa, Paco.
I'm going to go with Schnauzer.
Jesus Christ, Paco. What? Oh, my God.
Did I blow your ear out with that?
No, Paco just had to drop a...
These guys are very, very PC.
No, Paco's our local racist.
Sponsored, Paco. Jesus. Hey, I've got a question.
Who are you getting the show sponsored by?
Yeah, well, nobody now.
What? Sam is like just running around.
Hey, I've got a question from Belly Blaster 6969. He says, Jeff, what gives you the right?
Everything.
Everything. Okay. Sam is just like walking around. He's running the shot. He's running the video version of this. He's just opening up an Amazon box.
This is for the fans that listen to the show because Jeff can't obviously hear me. I've got shit to do, so if you can't
you asked
hear
me what gives
then
me
I'm
the
just gonna
right?
get my work done.
Yeah, so what gives you the right?
Yeah, the right. What gives me the right? I showed up. I want to do what I want to do.
Boom. Mic drop. Take that, Sam.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I couldn't hear you.
Sam is not even wearing his headphones right now because here's the reality is that Sam just came back from a 3-day vacation in Kentucky.
It was a Viking funeral.
It's a Viking funeral.
A Viking funeral?
It's a Viking funeral, but let's say it's a Viking funeral vacation where
All right.
where he has been able to work on like 3 or 4 days. So he's flipping out. Because he was
Vikings. Did he wear a kilt? I know it's probably not a Viking thing, but did he wear a kilt?
His dad was a Viking. No, kilts are Irish.
All right, yeah. I feel like he still wore a kilt for some reason.
We wear chainmail. Damn it.
You wore a dress?
Yeah, he wore dresses.
All right. A dress with a horn, right?
They drink from a horn. But from what I heard, it was a dry funeral.
If that's what you're into.
There was no alcohol in that funeral.
Oh, there was.
Oh.
That doesn't sound like Vikings.
Let's see. One more question, Corey. Let's see what I have
Get
here. It's Brown Sand Blues. He asks, does X really mark the spot, Jeff?
I think it does. It's been working all year.
Yeah, have you been tapped pretty good?
Yeah, Ryan Literal doesn't know how to take a proper line, and he kind of bashed me.
Get him.
Start.
He tried to say I didn't have enough angle coming in, but I think he was ready to spin out until he hit me. I don't know.
Do I smell beef?
You just farted.
Smell the bacon.
Yeah. There you go. Well, I think
I'm just more intrigued, and I don't know we've jumped around so much, but I'm more intrigued by how Jeff operates his team on such a thin budget and is still able to compete for as long as you have. Because you look at
like
some.
I said, dude, we built the car. Every time we build a car, we build it simple enough to where it's not going to break down, and that's what we try to do. Unfortunately, I did break 2 transmissions in Phoenix.
What transmissions are you running?
Down.
What
T101 dog box.
T101 dog. What do those cost?
Used about $23. $2,500.
Are they a side shifter or a top feed?
Side shifter.
Is it the ones with the linkage or is it all internal?
No, it's a side linkage.
And that works out pretty good. How much power and torque are you making?
I make about 780 horse and about 760 torque.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, because you look at like a Tex Racing SR1 or a G-Force, you're looking at like $5,000. So
Yeah,
to see that you're
and,
running that type of transmission, and you're just running a welded 350Z or diff.
Yeah, yep. And see, that's the thing. Like, I found this engine shop, CPR Engines, built us a badass engine that could make like 1,200 horsepower if we wanted to. But our cap is our diff. The diff is just not going to take it. So
And
that's why we leave it
are you running
kind of low. I mean, I'd love to, go to 1,000, but I just know that at that point I'm just going to blow the diff up.
Are you running just factory axles?
Factory 350Z axles.
Oh my god!
And I've been burning up the AutoZone lifetime warranty.
Dude, I was gonna say, for you guys that don't know,
burning it up.
Here's the thing: if you guys don't know this, you can go to AutoZone and buy a pair of rear axles, and if you break, there's a lifetime warranty on them, and you just exchange them and get brand new ones.
Really?
That's what a lot of guys do.
And what we do, we just call AutoZone before we even get there because normally they're special order. So about a few days before we get there, just call them up. Hey man, my axle's broken. I need one. They're like, all right, we have to order one. Fine, I need it there by like Thursday.
Even if they haven't if
you prep
broken.
Yeah, just so they have it, just so it's not waiting to order.
And that's
I already have a couple spares, but just in case.
Yeah, and that's the thing is a axle from AutoZone's like $78 a side, right?
No, these run like 120, 150, I think.
A side.
Yeah, side. That's still cheap.
I think
that's awesome.
They already caught on the scam.
Well, think about this. No, they don't. They
kidding.
still do it. But you think about it. You spend $150 or $300 for a set. Drive shaft shop axles run about how much? $1,200.
Yep.
So you're gonna spend $1,200 when you can get the whole season at $150.
Well, I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to be sponsored by Drive Shaft.
Oh, no, but it's just
handing me down some axles. But at the same time, I have seen guys running the same power or less. And, they break. Just something happens. Like, especially if you're in Jersey and you load one tire up on the bank, you just now put, X amount of power to that one axle.
Right.
And it's going to snap. So whether it's a Drive Shaft shop axle or, whatever you got, a lot of times they just go.
And I apologize. I'm going to cut a lot of the jokes out here because I'm very intrigued. What engine package are you running right now? Are you running an LS1, LS3, LS7?
So it's an LS1. It was what it started off as, and it's a. So I took an LM7, which is the cast iron block out of a Silverado.
Yep.
And we took that to CPR Engines. They took all my old
6 liter, right?
No, it's a 4.3.
What?
Is that right?
No, 5.3.
5.3.
Same bore as the
So
LS1.
they took my CP pistons, my Cruella rods, everything out of my old motor from last year. And they took that stuff and then just, punched it out. So, and I also have that Brian Crower stroker crank.
Yep.
So I'm probably about a 6.0 now.
Wow.
So you're a 6.0.
They do their own heads there, so I got some CNC ported heads by them. So, it's a pretty
and you're running a turbo
small
kit,
package
obviously.
motor. Yeah, I have the Garrett turbo on there.
With what manifolds?
Well, back when CX was sponsored me, they had built the
Corey's
manifold.
asking for a friend.
I already got some bitchin' ass manifolds. I don't need anything else. But what manifold CX Racing?
So they're pretty much custom though. Because our motor sat lower than their average kit, it's some custom stuff. It's basically some Camaro, regular manifolds that are just flipped upside down, and they fixed them.
Yeah, and you're running a single turbo, right?
Single turbo,
GTX
stock intake manifold.
GTX what series?
Yeah, GTX 48.
Okay.
What is it? No, 45, 82, something like that.
45 ATX.
Those numbers always confuse me.
Yep. Huh.
Well.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. I mean, I would say the engine probably costs like $10,000. But of course, a lot of sponsors.
Impressive because it's fairly simple.
It's super simple. It's unbelievable.
For Formula Drift, I mean, it's not that simple because a lot of people wish they had a kind of horsepower on their weekend on the weekend car. But for competitive cars, this is
this is
simple.
a prime example of this is Jeff's build is everything you can buy online. This
For the most part, yeah.
no,
for sure.
this is not a VK56 out of a short course, high tolerance engine. This is not a
extremely available block.
But it just gives credit. This is
absolutely.
You could, and this is what interests me the most. This is all parts that you can purchase anywhere and develop and build a program off of things you can find online, maybe even at Street Standard. Free plug for myself. But
that's what it all comes down to, right, Corey?
yeah, no. But no, seriously, it's like you look at everybody else. Name somebody else that's running something that's not either custom or built specifically. You have obviously Tyler saying he's getting GM performance parts right off the shelf and he's just throwing the engine in there. But there's some stuff that a lot of these guys are saying they're running that they're absolutely not. And I think Jeff is probably the only dude that's running things you can just buy off the shelf.
Mad Mike's running a stock RX-8 motor.
I thought he was running like an LQ9 Chevy V8 cast iron. Hey, actually, side note. Now that we're talking about S14s, what is your car scale hour? What does it weigh at?
With me in it, with that cast iron block, we went up in weight this year. I think I was right at like 2980.
With you in the
car?
car?
Is that because you're in it or because the block is heavy?
That's with me. That's with me in it.
And you're about a 200-pound spaghetti man, are you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
So 2780.
I run kind of big.
Mm-hmm. Corey's doing math.
No, I'm just.
Yeah, that block picked up an extra like 60 or 80 pounds, I think. And
but
it's not that noticeable. I honestly didn't notice it that much when we threw it in there. I think it probably does make our car a little bit slower off the line and here and there in a few places, but that's just moving weight around.
But look at the reliability
at the same
too.
Time,
you didn't have to sleeve
it wasn't like noticeable. Yeah, the reliability was definitely worth that because last year we had the LS1 aluminum block and I cracked the outside of the block and I had water just slowly seeping out. So last year at Irwindale, we had to JB weld the side of it, trying to keep that water in there, and it was just barely seeping.
And you ran the whole season last year on it, sponsored by JB Weld.
I ran. No, I didn't run the whole season. It was just Irwindale. It happened in Texas.
You still run an entire round on a JB Weld, like you
Irwindale,
crack.
Yeah. See, that's they just.
No, I mean,
this is the Junkyard Jones that I know. This is what I wanted to get into. This is
get it done. Like that's at the end of the day, like it's results what matter, right?
What's
you know what I mean? All the other teams do this stuff. They just don't want to say it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Stuff happens. I mean, look at what Chelsea had to do in Seattle. He runs it hard, man. I like that guy.
Yeah, but do you know what?
He's running that thing on like 4 cylinders. And was like killing it on the bank. But
this is like Chelsea's 4th engine this year. That has to give credit to your program. At least you're keeping your engine package together. Chelsea went through 4. Now he's putting an LS6 in his car.
Oh,
yeah.
Fun fact.
How does that compare to like Osbo's team?
Well,
and then Gucci. Those guys go through motors.
Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. But you know what? They have a factory support.
You can be the biggest team, and if you're just pushing the envelope, it's gonna fold.
Now, does that always win?
It happens.
I don't. Well, other than Osbos and Gucci, it's like pushing the envelope like that. Chelsea's been fighting his car for 2 years.
Agreed. That's just his budget and what he can do. He's making it happen. I think he's probably one of the next guys on a lower budget who's making it happen.
Do you think?
Hey, I'd be pretty happy if I had a first place in Pro 1 this year.
Oh yeah, well of course, but you look at the circumstances. Taking no credit away from Chelsea, he ran a great event, but look at the long term. Yeah, he won, but he's been out 3 rounds in a borrowed S14 that makes 300 horsepower. How do you think your sponsors would respond to that? If you're out there jumping from car to car and your car's not keeping together.
Well, it's really hard to just change your program halfway through the year. So
absolutely.
And he's making that jump now. And a lot of people have heart in certain motors, and that's why some people still run RBs. I don't think an RB makes any sense in any car, but they still run them.
Well, look at Taka.
Those things blow up all the time.
Look at your boy Taka Ayano. He ran an A86 his whole FD career.
Prime example. And if he had probably put a V6 in that thing, he'd still be here. He'd still be in Pro 1.
Now, Jeff,
he's a damn good driver.
When you add 60, 80 pounds to your motor, have you ever thought about losing 60, 80 pounds as a driver?
I think about losing 60 pounds every day, but man, beer tastes good.
It's hard,
and
man.
I have
tough.
A whole pallet of Doc in my garage.
That's just not low calorie, huh?
They also gave me some Doc Zero, so that's pretty good too.
Yeah, and it's good for you.
Yeah.
How much nutrients is in it?
Come on, be a
enough
good
to keep
spokesperson.
Me, comfort.
Say
Got
all
enough
of the
nutrients to keep me
nutrients.
comfy.
Hey, do you sleep at night anymore that you drink so much, Doc?
Not really. Getting down on division lately.
Your
That
vision's
and
been
Forza.
getting your vision's been getting bad.
No, I playing that game, the division. That and Forza.
Dude,
Down.
I did had like half a can the other day. It was like 6 p.m. I couldn't pass out until like 3:30, 4 a.m.
3:44 a.m.
No, 3:30 to 4. I can't remember. It was a blur. But yeah, that
Shit works.
stuff is loaded.
Well, you know, it's got the same energy stuff that the Mountain Dew Kickstarter stuff kind of has. It's similar to that.
Oh.
People keep asking me if it's an energy drink. It's not necessarily an energy drink. It's soda with a kick.
Soda with a kick. The kick in the
Yeah,
nuts.
that's what I say. Kick in the nuts.
Yeah.
God, can't believe your sense of humor is so dialed in with Paco's. Disgust me.
Wait.
Seems pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like someone can hear me now, motherfucker.
You got a fourth seat in there? It's too bad you guys live in AZ. I'd hang out.
No, Corey takes up about 2.5, so no.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, look here, we got a question from Billy Fingerton out of Des Moines, Iowa. He says, "What car would you be running if you weren't running your stupid car?"
If I could, like I said earlier, I'd run a Supra if I could.
Oh, you
That's
guys-
kinda like my
we
favorite
already went
car.
through that, Sam.
Oh my God, Billy's so.
Oh, somebody responded to Billy. This was a saucer tam sandwich from 69 Fourville.
Uh-oh.
He goes, Jeff, you don't look like you should be driving S14. It looks like you're running an old 4-cylinder Fox body.
I don't look like one.
Or an IROC Z 28, best car ever made.
Yeah, I like the old IROCs.
Hell yeah,
I think that's why I like
you
the
do?
RX-7s, FCs. I'd run an
Nice.
IROC. I mean, if there was like an old, crappy American class, I'd run an IROC.
Well, back in the day, Formula Drift allowed El Caminos and shit. Somebody had a Firebird, like a third gen F body.
I think so. Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, somebody was it? Shit, can't remember if it was Bubba Drift or one of those guys with silly automatic
I don't know.
F body cars.
I was watching some 2006 Formula D stuff the other day. It's so bad. Because I was like watching it and I was thinking, you know how everyone just makes fun of Pro 2 now?
Yeah.
Go watch 2000,
Oh yeah.
6 Formula D,
How well-
2007,
How well do you think you would
Dude, Reese
qualify
Miller
then?
and Tanner Faust couldn't do Pro 2 back then. It was crazy.
The proximity is like
'cause
six
you hear
cars.
J-Rod, he's like, wow, look how close they are. And it's like,
Half
they're
a
on
track
separate
away.
sides of the bank.
Yeah, it's half a track away.
Right in his door.
Yeah, that's
Put in the pressure.
Oh wow, Paco, just spike the
Yeah.
meters.
Just spiking the meters. Paco. One thing you'll love about Paco in the show is he likes yelling into the mic whenever possible.
Yeah, I like yelling too.
I was channeling my inner Jared.
Hey, Jeff, how well do you think you'd qualify back in 2006?
How well would I qualify back in 06?
Yeah.
I think I'd be, dude, I mean, if my program now would be a championship car back then, guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
I'd be a first place qualifier. I'd win. I mean, you look back then, dude, it was stock cars. It was 240s with SRs
Right.
and stock everything.
And
You
then
know,
you
that
have-
was the
yeah.
Japanese
Samuel,
tradition. It was
what's his name? Samuel Huba Hairnet. He had a full tube chassis Viper, and that's when he was
Yep.
champion. So that's the thing is, you
Hubba
have
Hubba Hairnet was his name.
Hubba Hubba Hairnet, Samuel Hubba Hubba Hairnet. Had a full tube chassis Viper. Then Reese Miller came out in the GTO, which was pretty wild. And then who else did you have out there running in 2006?
Ricky Cornwallis.
Ricky Cornwallis, Sammy Harrigar,
Yep. Harry Carr.
Harry Carr.
Mick Hogan.
No, we don't
Not
joke.
yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
he never went to Formula D, but I remember Nick Hogan.
Wait,
He
you
was out
mean
there
you
for a
mean the
minute.
wrestler's kid made a drifting car?
It was drifting a Viper. He wrecked a Viper
way.
Yeah, he rented the Viper. He had it for like 2 years
Yep.
until something bad happened on TV.
twice. Ooh.
He wasn't allowed to hang out no more.
Yeah. Have you seen what happened to Hulk Hogan on the internet? Did you watch that video?
I don't think we should even talk about that, considering that Gawker has been shut down,
been
or not shut down,
sued.
but bankrupted. But you know,
You're getting shut down.
Well, we're just reporting.
yeah. Well, just telling the news. No,
We're
that's
not-
all they were
we're
doing.
not-
And I was asking if Jeff would be interested in watching that.
Yeah, we should do a live stream of
Jeff watching the new Hogan video.
Yeah, the new Hogan video, WCW NWA.
Jeff, have you thought of making making your own porn?
Whoa, we weren't talking.
Spike the ratings. You
We
know,
weren't
like
talking
the
about that.
popularity.
Wow.
You mean you haven't seen it yet?
Oh, there you go. See, well, that's what I'm saying, man. It needs to get out there somehow.
I heard of it. Wasn't it Jeff and Gary?
What does that even mean?
Oh, Jeff was hooking up with his buddy Gary.
Gay porn.
You guys are crass.
I don't know about you three. I don't know what you guys do after the show ends and you turn on your other
Well,
show.
I'll tell you exactly what happens. I start editing, and then that takes me a couple hours sometimes, and then Corey usually fucks off right away, and Paco will stand over my shoulder, mouth breathing, and
Making sure he
I
gets
thought it was
shit
the
done.
maximum three amigos.
Oh, you got it all wrong.
No, you
bro.
got it all right.
We hate each other.
We're only together for this hour and a half, and then
Can't
after
stand
that,
us, each
after that,
other.
we're pretty much stabbing each other with the little, you know, the little
No.
swords. You know, the little swords you get in
Not ma-
daiquiris. Have you ever had a
Not
daiquiri?
maximum butt slap.
Butt flap?
That's not even a good joke.
Come on, Jeff.
Sean, Paco loves it.
Yeah. Hey, you and Paco are just connected. I don't know how
Well,
you guys
it's
are.
called docking.
You guys are Doc energy drink. That's
the
what it
docking energy drink.
Docking.
That's where it comes from.
I don't know if you guys looked into this before getting me onto this show, man.
Looked into what?
Well, Corey, you should have known.
Yeah, no, I know. I've trust me, I've known. Do you know what actually I did when I first showed up to Sam's house? I found Sam's photo vest. I put that on, and Sam wears like a small or medium. I'm usually an XL. And then
extra medium.
so I wore his photo vest. I found a headset he has laying around with a microphone on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I tucked my shirt in, and then I was future photo Sam, and I walked around his house that way for about an hour.
I don't tuck my shirt in though, so
Nice.
that's stupid.
While I was setting up the whole podcast shit.
Yeah, Paco started the podcast today. Thanks, Paco. Corey, thank you.
I'm just showing you what you look like in the future, Sam.
Yeah, my body's slowly deteriorating, and I'm going to be dead probably sooner than I think. So that's my life. How are you doing? You
Doing
happy?
pretty good.
How do you feel about death,
Chilling.
Jeff Jones? You happy you looking forward to dying someday?
Nah, man, I'm not going to live that old. Why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, you know, I got a question for Jeff, actually.
Jeff, what's the meaning of the universe? That was from Bubba Gump 64.
52. 52.
Drink a lot of Doc and have way too much fun?
Sure, that's good. That's the meaning of the universe if you want to be dead by 33, but sure.
So we got an Instagram message from
I'm already 33. I'm still alive.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
No, I'm just kidding. I mean,
You look 40, bro. What the hell?
just in case Doc wants to give us some piles of cash, Doc Energy Drink will make you healthier and smarter.
and stronger. Hey, Jeff, question for you from Harry Berry's 44 from
Oh,
Cleveland.
I love this guy. Top commenter.
He's really good. He goes, hey, I
These are
listen.
cool names.
Yeah, Harry Berry's. He goes, hey, I listened to this show live, and Sam and Corey and Paco came up with racer names. What would your racer name be if you had to change it from Jeff Jones?
My racer name?
Sam,
Sam,
what was your racer name, Sam?
It was Splint, Hamstring
Fist?
or something. I don't know.
Paco, what was yours?
Rock Fastwood.
Oh, yeah, mine was Dick Boner.
Dead Boner?
No, Dick Boner.
Richard Boner,
What
also
would-
known as Dick.
What would your racer name be?
Oh, man, I don't know. I go with Hefe Honda Supreme.
Hi.
That's a
Not ready
stupid
for
name.
names.
Honda
It's a
Supreme.
stupid name. I'm not good at making up names. Unless it's like nicknames for other people. I don't like nicknames.
All right, what would Paco's nickname be?
Oh, he's Taco.
Oh, that was so original. Never heard that one.
What would Sam be
That's the
besides?
only way I can remember his name.
What's Sam's nickname?
I've been calling him Sandwich.
The Sandwich. And what's Corey's nickname?
What was it? Hot dogs?
Yep, and yours is Dick Flute.
Jeff Jones, why do you wake up in the morning if nothing matters and existence is a lie?
What do I do if I wake up in the morning and nothing's alive?
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Sam's getting philosophical with you.
This is a real good game of telephone,
Yeah,
Sam.
it is. Yeah, sure is.
I don't know. All I heard was, what do I do if
No,
I
you're
wake
right.
up and
No,
nothing's alive?
no, that's
so I'll
right.
answer
Yeah.
that question.
What would you?
I hop in my car and I go drift the world.
All right,
There you
fair
go.
enough.
That would have wasted time.
Man,
Yeah.
What do you know?
What do you know?
I'm asking you. What do you know, Jeff?
Oh, I know my ABCs.
okay.
My 1, 2, 3s.
Do you know the B's and the
Birds, Paco?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
The birds and the bees?
Yes.
I never had that talk. I found it on the internet. It was weird.
Jeff, so let's say I'm a 10-year-old little kid.
Oh my God.
Or
No,
maybe
no,
like 5 or 7-year-old
don't
little
do
kid.
this, Sam.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Let's say I'm a little lad. Okay, better yet. Let's go back in time 45 years, however old you are now. And I'm little Jeff Jones, and I don't know what the birds or the bees are, and I want to know. And I'm asking right now, future Jeff, how does mommy and daddy make a baby? Jeff, what would you say?
Well, I know this joke.
It's not a joke. This is real life, motherfucker.
So speak up. Tell us.
They flip her over and make a puppy. Yeah, I don't get it.
Cut him off. Get rid of him. Get rid
All
of
right,
him.
so now let's go back to
Flip her
the.
over and make a puppy, man.
Get rid of Jeff. This is too much.
Let's go back to future Jeff Jones talking to present Jeff Jones. How do you make a baby?
Wait, now baby Jeff Jones is talking to future Jeff Jones?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you make a baby?
What's your soundtrack for baby making?
Paco?
Paco, you just stole the question. Jeff, how do you make a baby?
How do you make a baby? With a lot of sausage and some pastrami?
That sounds about right. You heard it. You heard it on the Maximum
first.
Driftcast show. That's what you got to do.
Your answer is correct.
Yeah.
Have you fully, I was away for a little while if you didn't know because I got frustrated. You probably can't hear any of this, so that's fine. Paco, have you gone through the Instagram questions?
Yeah,
to your-
already
we
burned all
already
through
did.
those.
You burned through them?
Yep.
All right, I asked Jeff about the meaning of the universe, why he gets up or goes on in the morning.
No, you asked. Well, he thought you asked if everybody was dead.
Yeah.
What would he do?
That's fine. That's close enough. Jeff, what happens after death to you?
I think I wake up and do it again.
Oh, cool. As a turtle or as a fucking...
Or a puka shell necklace.
puka shell necklace.
I do like Ninja Turtles.
All right.
Yeah. See, that's why we like each
with
other
a
so
puka
much.
shell necklace on. And that puka shell necklace is someone who fucked up last life?
No, it's us. It's gonna be Ashley. It'll probably be on Brad Pitt.
Bradley Pitt's puka shells?
Bradley Pitt's puka shells is Jeff Jones's next life.
Shit, dog. That's
Man.
gonna be a good time.
Adopting a lot of foreign kids.
If you could be a football
Hey, let me-
player,
Oh,
Let me ask you guys something.
fuck.
yeah.
Okay.
What do you want?
All right, just answer. Would you rather fly, have the ability to fly, or have the ability to be invisible?
All right, I have some questions about these scenarios, all right?
hit him, Sam.
Just answer the question.
No, I have questions about the questions. I can't fucking give you a right answer if I don't know all the criteria. All right, so would I rather be a fly or have the ability to
No,
fly?
if you could fly or be invisible.
Fly or be invisible. Okay. If in the flight scenario, do I have wings or do I have like jetpack feet?
Or just
You
like
can just
Superman.
fly like Superman.
There you go.
Okay.
So fist out, legs out.
Fist out, legs out. Do I also have, okay, another question, follow up. Do I have laser eyes or no?
Nope, just fly.
Okay. All right. Then in the invisible scenario.
And what speed of flight?
Yep.
Because it would suck to fly like a duck at like 6 miles an hour. You get tired.
Yeah,
really
how fast
fucking
can we
So
fly?
how fast can we fly?
That would suck. We have way too many questions for this question.
No,
I just want to know what kind of person you are.
Jeff,
if you can fly but fly very slow,
shut
that's
up.
not that fun.
This is an important fucking question. Jeff, how fast do we fly in this
Well,
situation?
what if you're not that invisible?
Well, no, we're not talking about the... Wait, hold on. Can we fly in the invisibility scenario?
What if it's like Predator invisibility?
No. Answer
It'd be weird.
Jeff, you're muddling things here. In the invisibility scenario, can we also fly?
Nope. It's one or the other.
All right. So how fast do we fly, though, in the flight scenario? Duck fast
I'm
or
gonna
Superman fast?
say
That's a good
you
question.
can do about 80.
80?
80. Okay, so
All right.
it'll
That's
take me
fine.
about 20 hours to get to
All right.
Florida.
In the invisibility scenario, can I clip through walls? Can people still feel my touch? Like, or am I just invisible? I'm not like gone. I'm like a ghost. I'm not a ghost, right?
You're just invisible. Not a ghost. Can't go through walls.
Jeff, just so you know, this is gonna go forever.
No, I won't. No,
No, it's not. We're getting it because I
fine.
appreciate where
Paco,
Sam's
I
going with
understand.
this.
Now I'm not driving anymore.
I understand, Paco, that you just like to run into scenarios like willy-nilly without having all the
Yeah,
information.
because imagine
I prefer,
if Pac goes, I pick flight. Okay, Pac, you're stuck at flying 4 feet off the ground at 6 miles an hour.
and you have no legs.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, in the flight scenario, do you have legs?
You're just you.
I'm just me?
You're just you and you fly 80 miles per hour.
But what if I don't have legs in my world?
You're just
Oh,
you.
your world sucks.
All right, cool. Well, okay, so invisibility scenario, back to that again. Am I invisible the whole time, or can I like switch it on and off like a light switch?
On and off. Switch it on and
Ooh,
off.
that's good.
And do I die younger than I would normally? It does
Well, if you're flying at 80 miles an hour, you might hit a plane.
Okay, well that's the flight scenario. I'm asking the invisibility scenario. Like, do I have do I have a rapidly decaying genome?
Totally normal. Totally normal. You just turn it off. You haven't seen Invisible Man?
Hey,
Turn it on
Sam.
and off.
Well, that's the thing, Sam, is like, I appreciate that question because if your cells deteriorate faster because you're constantly putting stress on them, I wouldn't want to pick that.
Yeah, okay, so follow-up question on that, Jeff. If I stay invisible for too long, will I be forever invisible?
I don't know. That's up to you.
I think I would fly.
Okay, you ready? Okay, Corey thinks he would fly.
I think I'd fly because I just picture
we
myself.
have one answer out of the three.
Because you know how to do, Sam? You see that window over there? I'd fly and just dangle my berries right outside the window.
Okay, yep. And you get arrested.
Good.
But see, in that scenario now, you get arrested and you spend your life in a cell and you can't fly at all. So you picked wrong, motherfucker.
What, you want to call 911?
What's cool about being invisible inside a cell?
He can watch.
Come on, Sandwich. You invisible or are you flying?
I'm flying. Sam, I'm flying.
I want to hear Paco first.
Fly. And I fly, like, from the original question, fly or invisible, fly, period. Sam.
Now, in the invisibility scenario, does anyone have the ability to perceive me, like, visually? Is there someone that has an alternate power?
Nope. They can't see you. Just you.
Within my invisible lifetime, does someone develop a technology to see me invisible me?
And when the Sam
I
goes,
don't think so.
All right, I have a follow-up question because this is something. If Sam's invisible, does he go completely naked when he's invisible?
Yeah, that's funny you should ask. Like, do my clothes go invisible?
Doesn't have to be. No, he's got special clothes that go invisible too.
Oh fuck, that's sweet.
That is really
I'm
cool.
gonna go. Wait, hold on. Do I have legs in the invisibility scenario? Or am I?
You definitely have legs.
All right. Well, all right. I'm ready then.
All right.
Drum roll.
I'm gonna go invisible situation. I think.
Well, good. I'm glad he picked
All right.
invisible because you can just fly on my back and we go hang out somewhere
Yeah.
else.
So, out of the three of you, Sam is the only crook because he wants to do bad things and be invisible.
Yep,
Yes!
he wants to go watch his roommates beat their peckers in their bedroom.
Well, I mean,
Exactly. You have bad thoughts, bro.
no, don't get me wrong. I wanna be able to fly, but I also want to go into the immigration office.
Oh my God.
Invisible and get rid of Paco's.
There we go. Thank you. Thanks, Jeff. You set me up all this time. It was going this way.
Yeah.
I thought we were
What
buddies.
what good things can you do if you're invisible? You can only do bad things.
I could do so much good shit. All right, so here's
Oh,
what I would do.
dude.
I would go. So like next time there's
Now
a
I know
big
what kind of person you are.
next time there's a big war, I'd be a freaking invisible
tricked idiot.
samurai, and I'd slice all the dingers off the bad guys.
Yeah, you would.
And then let's see, what else would I do? I would find Hillary's emails somehow, and I would
Being
prove,
invisible doesn't make you a
prove
hacker.
that Trump was a big piece of poo. And
All those letters just want to know what that dude wants for dinner.
I would float Bernie Sanders above a crowd of people in the South, so they thought he was actually Jesus. And then,
Just have him sit on your
You
shoulders.
can only be invisible, not fly.
No, I know.
but I'd
he would
lift
sit
him on my
his
shoulders and I'd shake him up and down like at a bar mitzvah.
So it looks like he's just floating around.
Yeah.
That was racist.
And then how's that racist?
Because he's
He's celebrating a bar mitzvah. Haven't you gone to your friend's bar mitzvah?
Yeah, like I'd be shaking him in his chair, and then all the hyper-religious people in the South would be like, "Oh fuck, we messed up. Let's get this guy in there." So I would influence the political climate for the good, probably. What else could I do? I would go into. I almost said some fucked up drift
I have a
stuff.
question for you, Sam.
I would go and turn off some drivers' traction control in their car before they ran. I would go do that.
Oh yeah, which one? Which one?
I heard that Dave Briggs. Just kidding. I don't know. I was gonna say Jeff Jones.
No, I'd go turn off June Mang's.
June Mang's got his traction control on.
Hey, do you know what happened to June Mang, Jeff?
Yeah, he
Chelsea
set
beat
him out.
Hold on. What happened?
He just he lost his license, so he's going to take a break.
Have you talked to him recently?
He told me he's on a 2-year break.
2-year break?
He sold
Wait a second.
C4, right?
We just got updates on June Mang.
That's a pretty big deal.
This is actually a really big deal.
We're gonna change the title of the show.
Where does June Dang?
Yeah.
So
Where did June Dang go?
yeah. So hey,
Dang Dang.
when's the last time you talked to June Dang?
June
I
Dang,
talked to him
bro.
at the beginning of the year.
Oh, where'd you see him? Was he in prison or is he out?
No, I just called him.
Oh, you just called him.
He might have been in prison. If he still has a cell phone, he could have been anywhere in prison.
Yeah. So he said he's taken 2 years off.
Yeah.
Did
He said he wants to sharpen up, his knowledge on the car and stuff. That's where he was lacking, and he wanted
See
to
the world.
come
go
back and know a little bit more.
learn how to
Yeah, see
pilot
the
a
world.
hot air balloon.
He said he was going to find Jesus and bring him back as his crew pit member.
I thought he found it
Water.
already.
No, that's Jesus, Paco.
Not fully.
Yeah, June.
Not as a spotter yet.
Oh.
That'd be a
Alright.
good bumper sticker for June Mang.
What's that?
Spotting with.
No, Jesus is my spotter.
There you go.
That is good.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Danny George.
My spotter kind of looks like Jesus.
There you go.
Have
Shout-
you seen Andy Haley? Kind of looks like Jesus.
Oh,
He can
that's
pull
right.
it
I
off.
forgot that
Yeah.
Andy hate
That's
man.
right. He got his license back. He's now from spotter. Is he gonna kick your ass now?
He knows all your moves, dude.
I know he does. He's keeping notes, and if I don't do Pro 2, then he's not. So I'm gonna let him take that
that's
chance
right.
next
He's
year.
going back to Pro 2.
Yeah, Andy Hate Mail's gonna find you, dude.
And the hate mail.
I think we covered
Yeah, I
most of
think-
the bases. Do you have any other questions for me?
I'm good. Asking you something takes too long.
Thanks, Jeff.
I don't want to know anything from you anymore.
It will take forever again.
Are you
How
fully?
many times?
What?
How many times do you wipe?
Do I
Oh,
wipe?
Yeah. how many-
Funny you should ask
Front
that.
to back or
I,
back to front?
I air dry.
you dangle it outside.
Yeah, I air dry.
And then just let the crust
I'm
like
the
just fall off.
ultimate form of green. You know. So, are you fully satisfied with my invisibility answer? Like, I could give you some more scenarios where I could improve the
No,
world,
please-
and I'm
please
not just a
don't.
crook. If you want some more.
I'm good.
I think driving invisible would be fun.
See, there's that too.
Ghost-
People would be like, so I'd enter FD as Ghost Driver number
Ghost
1,
riding.
and then like I'd come in behind Jeff Jones and whoop his ass.
Goes riding
and
that
then
whip.
and then people will be like, holy
Sam.
shit, Jeff Jones just got beat up by a ghost.
Sam,
You
think
still
about
need to have
this.
driving skills to do that.
That'd be sketch.
Think about this, Sam. What if I start a company and I'm the flying man, but I create a car that drives itself? But for every TV shoot that we do, you drive it.
Yep,
And then we sell 1 million cars, and then we move to
Taiwan.
Taiwan or Shanghai.
We buy
Everybody's
Google,
gonna die.
we buy Google, we buy Tesla, and then we ruin the world by then just
Yeah.
like bankrupting those
Perfect,
companies.
So
and
yeah, we'll live in Shanghai.
the end. Cool,
The
Jeff.
end.
Thanks for
The end.
ending the world with your scenario. When we make
Good
the
job.
You have no idea what you just caused. Like you literally finished. You ended the world.
That's good.
Hey, if you could play an instrument, a guitar or
my
bass
God.
flute, which one would you play?
Do I have to pick between those two?
Are you familiar
Yes.
with
Yeah.
the bass flute?
Yeah, would you play guitar or bass flute? Go ahead and pick one.
if you have any questions, I can answer them.
I'm just gonna go with the guitar.
What if the guitar's
Wrong.
broken? What would you play, the bass flute or the guitar?
What if the ground broke? What
No,
did you ask me?
if the guitar was broken,
Would you play bass flute
would
or
you
not?
play the bass flute or not?
The bass flute.
Well, I guess I can be like Sam. It depends. Did I break the guitar?
Yeah, you broke it,
You
and
broke
there's
it.
no
Here we-
strings
here we
on
go
it.
again.
There's no strings on
Are all the strings broken?
it. All the strings
Yep.
are broken on it.
What if I have tape and I can fix it?
You can't.
You
Can
can't
fix
because the tape by
strings
that
with
time. Well, by that time the tape
Yeah.
doesn't exist
There's
in the
no.
world.
Yeah, there's no tape in this reality.
Drifters are pretty good at fixing stuff, so I might have zip ties and duct tape.
You can't
little
fix it.
JB Weld,
We're not talking
silicone.
about your drift car. We're talking about a guitar.
Yeah, in this scenario, you can't fix it. The guitar is forever broken.
There's no JB Weld
Was it
in
a-
this universe.
Was it a Gibson guitar or an
Nope.
Epsilon?
No,
What kind
it
of guitar
was,
was it?
it was a ghost guitar.
It didn't exist.
Oh.
So
Can't even touch
basically,
it.
you're stuck with a
So
bass
basically,
flute.
would you play a bass
flute or bass
nothing
flute?
at all?
I don't like this bass flute thing. I feel like
Ah.
the setup for something bad.
So it looks like he's playing the bass flute, Corey. Confirmed. All right, Jeff Jones plays the bass flute.
Corey's gonna
I'm
play the
show
bass flute for you.
flute. This is the bass
It
flute.
kind of looks like a rocket ship.
I knew something bad was going to happen.
Hey Jeff, we'll
Just so you
send
know, Corey's an expert in playing the bass flute.
we'll
so
send
don't
you
be ashamed.
we'll send you a picture of the bass flute.
All right, so
Is
Jeff.
does he put a flute in his butt and then make the bass?
Whoa.
Well, I mean, it's up to you. Like
You
your
can.
technique, your technique is up to you.
I hope your sponsors are happy with that sort of potty mouth.
Well, I know how the hot dog is.
Yep, bring it on there, bub.
You know, Chelsea Denofa said nobody listens to this show, so I wasn't too worried.
Yeah,
Is that true? When
until
did
his,
Chelsea say that?
What does he know anyways? He knows nothing.
yeah, that's why he keeps blowing up engines left and right. Obviously, he hasn't learned yet.
Yeah, I'd take a bunch of advice from that guy, Mister.
Hey, wait. I have another question. Corey, when the hell are you going to drive? Why did you even build that car?
Good question, Jeff. Everyone,
That's a great
Jeff
question.
Jones with a
I'm just waiting
singer.
for.
And you can find out on episode 32 of Maximum Driftcast, starring.
You mean 32 times 20?
Ooh, he just dropped some math on us.
It's getting.
I can't believe how harsh Jeff is
So
getting right now.
aggro.
He's throwing
So
math at
aggro.
us.
I can't believe people gave you free things to have that car on Instagram.
It's all right, still more coverage than you got this year, but
Well, fire
Sorry,
starter.
but I didn't see your wheel fall off and get 1 million views on someone else's channel that I get nothing for.
oh, that's right. My car was in the main haul at SEMA. I didn't need
How
that.
happy was your wheel sponsor about that shot?
That was a good
They liked
Formula
it.
Derp video.
Yeah, that was a great dirt
They're
video.
Hey, who is Derp anyways? Is it Paco?
Yeah, it's Paco.
I think
As
it's-
you can
yeah.
tell by the perfect grammar and
I
every
think it's
dirt
me,
post.
dude.
Every dirt post is pretty much grammatically fucked up, just like Paco's. If you put the triangle together, you'll see the eyeball at the top. If you know what I mean.
I can see that.
Illuminati confirmed.
All right, Jeff, we're gonna get out of here because
Yep.
I've got work to do.
Jeff,
and
you're
obviously
the best.
You don't care about this show.
You guys need to go to bed.
Yep.
Please.
Hey, thanks
I
again.
was just about to tell you who Formula Derp was. I guess never mind.
That's fine.
You little cheese.
Let's leave the mystery. A little bit of
we
mystery.
don't want to know.
Yeah. You don't
Hey.
want to know. The world doesn't want to know who
It
Formula
takes the
Derp
fun
is.
away.
It's cool.
Yep. Hey, seriously though, thanks for being a part of the show. I know.
Paco's
you had a really
real-
good season this year. Paco threw some zingers at you.
Paco's real harsh, and you don't find him funny
but
at all.
yeah, I think for a lot of the kids who are looking at getting drift and they look at your program and see that it's actually possible.
Yeah. And we'll be at Irwindale if you want to, like.
Touch faces.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll have a booth at
Yeah,
Irwindale. Come by and hang out.
We could do that.
Perfect.
Come hang out. Come drink some Doc.
Let's do it.
There'll be Doc and spaghetti.
That might go good together.
Can't wait.
All right, there, boss man. Well, we will see you at Irwindale.
Anything else you want to add
No.
before you go?
Doc Energy Drink, Jeff Jones Racing, Instagram.
Yep, all that good stuff. Jeff
Beautiful.
Racing, all that fun stuff. Why not?
Cool, man. See
Appreciate
ya.
Keep
your
it real.
time. Thanks for being with us.
And we'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Later.
But
Worst guest ever.
oh my god,
I'm just kidding. He's all right. That guy was pretty cash. Maybe the most cash guest we've had.
Yeah.
After having like the intensity of like Matt Field
he was probably starstruck, from like finally being on the show.
Yeah.
Like we know he's like our probably number one fan.
All those downloads we get per episode is probably just him
It's
downloading on
him
different
downloading
PCs.
multiple.
couple thousand of them are him. I've heard.
Yep.
He actually hired out one of those Indian click farms, dot not feather, and he.
Jesus.
What I gotta specify?
No, I get it now. It's not in the United States. It's overseas.
So
Yeah.
because you spend like what Corey, because you got a lot of Instagram followers. How much money do you spend per click?
I'm usually like $46 because I generate mine from the U.S. to make it more
46
authentic.
bucks a click. Yeah, you
Yeah,
want
like-
to support. You want to support the U.S. economy, so you spend like 10 G's a post to
Yeah.
get like
$46 a click or 27 cents from Shanghai.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
By the way, we're looking for sponsors.
Why would that be a bad
We
thing?
buy our own followers. Just so you know, we have a lot of followers because we spend a lot of money on buying followers.
Yeah.
So sponsors welcome.
Paco spent some money on stickers and a banner that he's gonna sell and or give away for Paco. What'd you say it was earlier? Sexual favors? You shouldn't solicit that.
It's
at
just
FD.
a raffle thing, man.
I'm gonna say that you shouldn't. I can't believe.
Come on,
What
Sam.
was your plan there?
We might do the. Should we reveal everything we're doing?
Yeah, we should say everything we're doing at FD. What are
We're
we
gonna
doing?
have a hands-free spaghetti eating contest.
Yeah, hands-free spaghetti and eating content. So
And there will be no napkins. So get ready to get messy.
someone's gonna eat some spaghetti, I guess.
Whoever's eating the bowl fastest will probably win a big prize.
What is the big prize, Paco?
Sticker.
All right, cool. We mentioned the raffle of winning whatever you want out of Paco's backpack.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that Paco is oddly okay with, but I guess he's fine, so we're gonna do it.
I hope my wallet's not in my backpack.
It will be, and we're
Can
gonna
we put your cat on my backpack?
absolutely not. We're gonna have drivers there during the half times, and we're just gonna be doing a general chill in the all times. I'm not gonna be there as much as these two guys because I actually have a real job, and
We'll have fun. Yeah,
that's it.
stop by and
stop by, kiss Paco's hand, and try to marry him for a green card, right, Paco?
That'll be nice. I'll do it.
If you can find a wife and or husband there, that would be beneficial. Is that really the reason why we're doing this?
The entire Maximum Driftcast purpose is so I can find a wife.
So he can find an anchor wife and or husband, because if
Or
Paco,
husband.
if it gets close
It's
to the
legal
deadline,
in California, right?
yeah, if it gets close to the deadline, Paco is not going to be choosy. I'll take what he needs. Corey, what do you think?
I think Paco's going to marry whatever can get his hands on him.
Yep, that's right. So without further ado,
Hit me up, mommy.
hit Paco up, mommies.
I'm only 35.
He's shooting finger pistols at the camera
I'm-
and he's clicking his teeth.
Everything still works perfect.
Do you think I should stop the episode now or before that?
I'll stop it now.
All right,
Good night.
Bye, guys.
I'm gonna stop it before he said no. Whatever.